Wagwan. Wagwan people. What is everybody saying? What day is it? Tuesday? Tuesday night? I wonder how popping the stream's gonna be, man. If you pop in, drop a little message in the chat, let me know you're here. Still desperate times on this channel, you know what I mean? Talk to me, man. Yo, is the mic all good? Who's in this bitch? I see people in. I see people coming in, leaving, coming in, leaving. Drop a message in the chat, boys. Actually, some shit just got announced. Let me check what actually got announced. I know RDA and somebody got announced. I can't even remember who it was. Let me check. Well, Bisco, what's up, bro? Damn, you committed for real. Hope you've had a good day, man. I'm trying to fucking find what was just announced. What was just announced? RDA is fighting who? I can't even remember. Oh, who was it? RDA and why am I pulling a fucking blank on this, bro? I literally saw the news like 20 minutes ago. RDA and Gamrot. Okay. So they're doing Gamrot and RDA for UFC 299 March. Not sure what this is about, but at least RDA is having to, keep like fight to keep his spot in the lightweight rankings because he was all over the place. You know what I mean? He was up to welterweight. Is RDA on a win streak right now? He's definitely. I don't know if he's on a win streak, but he's not been doing terribly. Obviously, he fought Luke. Let me have a look. Let me see what kind of streak RDA is on. Let's check this shit. Right. Yeah. So he fought Luke last. So obviously he literally has just been bouncing around from weight class to weight class. So he fought Leon Edwards. Then he went and fought Michael Chiesa. And then he fought Paul Felder, Honato Moicano, so 2 lightweight fights. Then he fought Rafael Fiziev, who smoked him. And then he went back up to welterweight and fought Brian Barbereno, got that win. And now he's coming off of a loss against Luque. So I don't know what he's doing, to be honest. I was looking at the lightweight rankings for a video a couple of weeks ago, and I thought, why is RDA here? You know what I mean? But obviously, RDA is sick, bro. I've got no problem with them booking him at lightweight. He's just for somebody in the top 10. It would be nice to see a little bit of consistency. You know what I mean? But obviously, no shade on RDA for moving weight classes. RDA might make more money in one night if he's not. Oh, might make more money in one. I have an emoji covering some of the chat, so sometimes I can't, like, I miss a word. But RDA might make more money in one if he's not looking for a belt. Maybe not even one, maybe PFL. One's lightweight and welterweight MMA divisions aren't great. You got people like Sage Northcutt, you got Cosmo there. I couldn't tell you a lot of the other guys in lightweight at one, but PFL, I mean, OAM just won $1 million back to back in PFL. And I think if OAM can beat all these guys at PFL, I think RDA could do the same thing. So I agree with you saying he could definitely make more money. I don't know, because this is the thing, right? UFC's model is that every time you renew your contract, they pay you more money, right? They up your fight pay. That's the whole thing of negotiating a new contract. They give you more money. So the more like the veterans of the sport get paid decent amount of money, even though they may not be having high level fights. Like Clay Guida, for example, his contract has ended so many times, and he's renewed his contract so many times that he's probably on. He's probably like one of the best paid fighters in the fucking division. You know what I mean? If you look at somebody like maybe Brad Riddell, his wage, like his win show money, I bet it's nothing compared to people like RDA. You know, who are we just talking about? RDA, Clay Guida, yeah, these guys. So yeah, you're absolutely right. But at the same time, RDA might be getting paid quite a lot of money, bro. But a lot of the contracts as well, when they negotiate so many times and they're coming to like the end of their career, not necessarily saying that RDA is coming to the end of his career, but he's probably within the next few years, right? I think Dana starts to he starts to allow fighters to negotiate for flat pay. So like RDA could be on a flat pay, you know. His show and win money is one. He gets paid a flat amount no matter what. A lot of these veterans will have stuff like that. Although I don't know if RDA classes as a veteran. I would anybody to me at this point, anybody that was around before Reebok, so anybody that fought in the old shorts is a veteran to me. So RDA is a veteran, in my opinion. Clay Guida, of course, veteran. You know what I'm saying? Goes without saying. But what's up with Ian Gary being in the cover? Just fucking clickbait, bro. Do you know how awkward it is when you're setting up the stream? You're setting up the stream, right? And it asks you for a thumbnail, and it always takes me off guard. And I'm like, I don't know what to fucking do for a thumbnail. So I just kind of do some weird shit and then just Photoshop something in, whether it be a card, promo picture, whatever it may be. And I just went on my phone, and I have so many fighter pictures on my phone from making all these tier lists that I just have basically pictures of the whole roster on my phone. So originally I was going to put Vanderlei Silva next to me, but I decided Ian Gary because everybody fucking hates Ian Gary right now. And yeah, so long story short, brother, clickbait, good old fashioned clickbait. I checked out the Napoleon vid with my pops. Thanks for the recommendation. For real? The Pride Never Die Supercut one? What, you actually watched the whole thing? If you fucking sat there and filmed that 3-hour video, bro, based off of a recommendation that I made, I really fucking appreciate you trusting me that much. But what did you think, bro? Did it have you crying at the fucking Kevin Randleman and Don Fry with Takayama? Oh, what's his name? It is Takayama, right? Yeah, that video. I watched that video multiple times. Well, I can't say multiple times a month. That's a little bit of an exaggeration, but I watch that video a lot, bro. A lot. I think Reebok shorts in 2016 were underrated. 2016 Reebok shorts, are they like the smoky ones with like the white grit on them? Have you heard of my coochie's hairy? Yeah, good one, bro. Got my ass. I was reading it and I was like, what? You know what I'm saying? But then I thought, okay, Harry, right, in an American accent is Harry. That's how you guys say it, right? Harry. But obviously, if I read that in my accent, Mike Coochie's Harry, like, doesn't quite hit. No. 2016 Reeboks, were they just the original? So when did Reebok come in? Reebok came in 2014, I want to say, 2013, somewhere around there. Because when they did it, Cain Velasquez, Alexander Gustafsson, Conor McGregor, all of these guys stood up on the podium to like promo the Reebok thing. I remember that. I'm 150. What am I talking about? I'm 1 hour 50 minutes in it. I never really appreciated Vanderlei like that until after the vid. Also, Genki Sudo is the king of MMA entrances. Yeah, for real, man. So yeah, you're over halfway. Yeah, Vanderlei Silva, bro, savage. You know what I'm saying? A lot of people love to talk shit about Pride, man, but and say like a lot of the fighters were trash. They'd never hang in the UFC. Blah blah blah. But yeah, fuck all those guys, man. I'd rather watch Pride. Pride was still around, and I had a choice of watching the current UFC roster with all these amazing fighters, or watching Pride with that old roster. Like, I'd pick Pride every day. The personality was just different. What's good? What's good, Liam? What's good, bro? Thanks for being here, boys. I'm officially a YouTube partner now as well. I'm not too sure what the difference is on your side, but on my side, the screen looks a little bit different. And I don't know what I think I can do the membership thing now. I think I can like not I'm not gonna do that, obviously. I don't know if I would ever do that. The exclusive membership content, that's just too much, bro. Just too much fucking shit to work on, you know what I'm saying? But yeah, I don't know what else I can do. I can't put ads in videos just yet until 1K. So yeah, let's get to 1K. Krokop was so good in Pride. He was. Krokop actually had confirmed kills, lol. Yeah, exactly, bro. He really kicked down doors and fucking raided houses, bro. He really had gunfights in the streets of Croatia with fucking Croatian mafia members, bro. Like, no joke. And yeah, Krokop is obviously everybody loves Krokop, but I feel like some people, when they say, "Oh, I love Krokop," they don't actually know how much of an amazing guy he was. You know what I mean? He was such a wholesome guy. Um, there's that video of who is it? It's Krokop and somebody else. I couldn't even tell you, but there's this video of Krokop singing in the passenger seat or in the driver's seat of a car with another fighter. They did like a world tour. I can't remember who is that. I couldn't even tell you who it was, to be honest. But yeah, Krokop, very wholesome guy. Just like many of the heavyweights. Fedor again, very wholesome guy. You know what I mean? Don't like the bullshit. He's potentially one of the best fighters that's ever touched this sport, and definitely, in my opinion, the best fighter that we've seen in heavyweight. Bar maybe Tom Aspinall. Um, Again, I know I just suck Tom Aspinall's dick every fucking stream, but I do think he's really good. But yeah, Fedor, millions in the bank, probably still just lives in a little cottage, doesn't want the media, doesn't want anyone to bother him. Most disturbing thing you've seen on the internet. I actually mentioned this in a stream the other day, but when the internet was like first coming around, my cousin was like into like weird shit. Like he was into like he would watch like war crime videos, and he had like a proper stomach for that shit, right? And his reasoning was always, oh well, like because let's say I'm watching a beheading video, right? And I'm like, I can't fucking watch this shit, bro. Turn it off. He's like, well, if Russia invaders and there's people fucking getting shot dead on the street, like what, you can't even you gotta close your eyes. Like he was just super thingy about it. But anyway, my point being that he showed me a video once, or not a video, he showed me a website. It had a stream in the middle, and a chat box on the right, and there was a woman. I don't know if it was fake or real. I'm going to assume it was fake, so it helps me fucking sleep at night. There was a woman in a chair, like I'm sitting here. She was like this, and she had a bag pulled over her head, like a clear bag, like she'd been suffocated. And then there was somebody in the background just walking around, kind of cleaning up and doing shit. And he was like, "Look at this," and I was just like, I looked at it, and I'm 25. I was probably like 12 when that happened, right? No, not 12. I was probably younger. I was probably like 8, 9 when that happened. I'm 25 now. I can still picture the exact screen to the detail. It had like a weird green filter on it. It was horrible, bro. But if that was a real thing and I actually seen a dead body on the internet when I was 9, just shows why the internet probably isn't the best thing for kids, right? Will you be streaming a watch party this weekend for 296? I will, brother. Yes, the whole card. So from early prelims all the way till the main event, I will be streaming. Snuff film, yes, sir. Unfortunately, I think it was. I think it was fake though. My cousin was pretty fucked up, but I don't think he would actually show me a snuff film. He probably would have, to be honest. You know what's cool is that same cousin. Do you know when PT came out, the Silent Hill playable teaser game? He put me onto that as well, like early, bro. Like the day it hit the store, he was like, "Yo, there's this Silent Hill game. Nobody knows about it. They haven't promoted it. Go download it because they're talking about removing it from the store." He's tapped in, super tapped in, original gamer. You know what I'm saying? Playing Sonic and fucking all of those old games. He was an internet wizard at the beginning. Imagine if Dan Hendo would have became UFC champ. He would have been the big three MMA organization champion: Pride, Strikeforce, and UFC. Yeah, fucking Bisping, right? They robbed Dan Henderson in that Bisping Hendo fight, that second one that was in London. I can straight up tell you, Bisping did not win that fight, bro. In my opinion, of course. Um, Great thumbnail. Thank you, bro, and fucking thanks for being here. I don't even know how to pronounce your name. Gulzi, I guess it is. Shout out to you, bro. It's crazy how there's so many loopholes. That stuff should be illegal to watch, but the laws will never catch up to the internet. Yeah, ultimately, what can they do about it? You know what I'm saying? If I have a video of a Ukrainian soldier getting his fucking head blown off on my phone, right, and I have 15 Twitter accounts, 15 Instagram accounts, some fucking weird underground forums, and I post this video in like 50, 60 different places, they can't scrub it all, you know? So, um, that sounded really shady. Like I don't want it scrubbed or some shit. Obviously, you get my point. The internet's a disgusting, despicable place. And do you know what's funny about it? If you've ever actually been on the dark web, it's kind of like cooler than the normal fucking internet, bro. Like everybody's just hella honest. Everybody's just like, well, maybe not honest. That sound hella like naive, but my experience of purchasing things from the dark web, let's leave it at that, has been positive. Never been scammed. Every guy that I've spoke to um has been cool as fuck. So yeah, I was expecting creepy old men trying to sell fucking AK-47s and shit, but no, bro, just some stoners on the dark web fucking selling packs. Um, but yeah, they'll never catch up to the internet. Sonic and Kirby on the old DS was peak gaming. Yeah, I never played Kirby. You know, my first experience with Kirby was Super Smash Bros. Melee. Kirby was one of the characters, and you could like suck. Pause. You could like inhale another character and absorb like them. And he had like a little character model for each. It was fire, bro. Super Smash Bros. Melee on the GameCube, one of the best fighting games of all time, man. He got robbed of greatness. He did, and it's sad, right? There's so many stories like that in the sport. You could go on forever. Obviously, one fight in this weekend, Tony Ferguson. Controversial opinion, but Paddy won the Jared Gordon fight. Are you being serious or are you trolling? Because if you're being serious, I would give him round two. That's it. I would probably give him round two. So when he got robbed, I was like, damn, that's crazy, right? But I wasn't like, like I was like, yeah, okay, it's a robbery, but we've seen worse robberies, in my opinion. It was him getting on the thing and saying, fucking Dana, 50K lad, fucking fight of the night, lad. Like, no, bro. That was terrible. Terrible fight in general. And Paddy has this thing that he said since Cage Warriors. I don't know why he banks on it so much, but he says that when he gets punched, his hair goes everywhere, right? His hair like flicks up when he gets hit with a shot, and he said it makes the judges think a shot landed harder than it actually did, so it makes them score it more of a significant strike. He seems to think that that's his only issue. Like he thinks that if he cornrows or braids his hair and his hair isn't flying everywhere when he gets cracked, he thinks the judges are gonna like see that different. So like he's lost a decision before in Cage Warriors, and he deemed it to that. He was like, "Yeah, lad, my hair was going everywhere, lad. The judges obviously thought like, no, bro, it has nothing to do with your hair, Patrick. You're getting fucking chinned every time you go in for an exchange." He steps too deep as well. He does so many different things that you just think like, you're not going to get away with this in lightweight. No way. Um, Paddy needs to go down or go up in weight. He looks slow in lightweight. Definitely not up. Jesus Christ, Paddy, no way would. You'd get fucking murdered in welterweight. You imagine even just like Paddy. You don't even need to talk about Shavkat or Leon or any of those guys. You imagine like Paddy Pimblett versus like Brian Barberena. You imagine Paddy Pimblett versus who's like an unranked welterweight, bro. I mean, some of the welterweights that he's they've cut would give Paddy problems. I think he should go down in featherweight. He started in bantamweight in Cage Warriors, then he moved up to featherweight, and now he's at lightweight. I think he's a natural featherweight. I do not think he should be in lightweight. I just feel like the third round was kind of boring, and obviously Jared won the first, Paddy won the second. It was boring, but and I do know where you're coming from, but I couldn't. You know what I'm saying? I couldn't give round three to Paddy. He went for a sub attempt, which I guess if you were going to give him the round, you could make that argument and say he was the only one trying to finish the fight, but just in damage, numbers, strikes, all of that. Yeah, D Rod would kill Paddy. Yeah, D Rod's a great example. They're just way too big down there, bro. Even the Leech, you know what I'm saying? Some of those guys at welterweight, um, some of the guys at lightweight are probably too powerful, too big for him. Like you imagine Paddy and Gaethje, you know what I mean? They're in the same weight class, so I couldn't see him doing anything in welterweight. Ricky Simon versus Mario Batista in 2024 could be a good scrap, I think. Yeah, no, it's pretty. Yeah, it's a good shout. I mean, what do you do with Ricky Simon? You know what I mean? Like if he loses, it was like it wasn't long ago. People were saying, I mean, people are still saying Ricky Simon is gonna, you know, he's top future champ material or whatever. But I don't know about that. Yes, bro, just rolled one. Nice. Yeah, I've just been sat here with it in my fucking hand. I need to spark it, man. I tell you what, on my first ever stream, I rolled 3 joints, right? Because I thought I'm gonna fucking be sat here for hours. I'm gonna be smoking, smoking, smoking. So I rolled myself 3 joints, and I didn't even smoke one. I smoked like half of one over like a 4 hour period because I'm just chatting shit the whole time. So yeah, good way to save your weed is stream. Gaethje has the ginger strength. Thoughts on Bo Nichols' future career? If you'd have asked me before the Val Woodburn fight, I would have said, yeah, he's good, but I think he probably runs into somebody a bit too good. But after seeing that his striking's on point, seeing him fake the level change, and crack Val Woodburn, wobble him, and then jump back in and crack him, 2 accurate shots, not a glance, not a clip of a temple, not a, you know what I'm saying, threw it at the chest and Val ducks into it. He was accurate with those shots. So, yeah, I think he's destined for some good things. But I think Bo Nickel will get further than maybe a Joe Pyfer, but I love Joe Pyfer, so but I think Bo Nickel's probably going to be around for a while. When it gets Chris Gutierrez, not a bad shout. Not a bad shout. Don't know what they do with Chris anymore as well. I mean, I say I don't know what they do. He just lost to a top contender. It's not a fucking big deal, but and on short notice. What's the predictions for the main event? I think Colby's in for it. Leon's been doubted every time. Even now he has the belt, people still doubt him. So in my predicting champions for 2024 video, I did say that Colby would beat Leon. I've kind of flip flopped on the pick multiple times. I've gone Colby Leon. So I decided to listen to Dan Hardy's breakdown today, the War Room, and kind of listen to an expert and kind of base my judgment on the things he said. And I think I am going to side with Leon. My worry for my worry for Leon is he's not going to be able to deal with the aggressiveness. But then when you look at Colby's, and this isn't what Dan Hardy said, I'm just saying I used what Dan Hardy said to like fucking educate myself on the pick, right? I'm not a former MMA title challenger like he is. But one thing I did worry about was Leon being able to deal with the aggressiveness. But then you look at Colby, right? And I don't think he's going to finish Leon. I'll say this, right? Long story short, I'd say Leon decision. I'd say similar to the third Usman fight. I think he just goes in with confidence. He might lose a round or two. He was going to lose a lot of minutes in that fight, but there is nobody better in the clinch than Leon as far as anti-wrestling, right? As far as stuffing a takedown and not just getting the underhooks and trying to get out of the takedown exchange, right? Get out of the grappling exchange, but actually making people pay for it because wrestlers don't want to be in the clinch they would rather take it to the ground, right? And strikers don't want to be in the clinch because obviously they don't want to grapple at all if they can help it. They would rather stand at range and strike. So Leon is a great bridge for the middle because when people clinch on him, I mean, you can look at Gunnar Nelson, you can look at Usman. He landed an elbow against Usman that was absolutely beautiful. Nobody talks about it, and he throws vicious stuff when the clinch breaks. So I can see maybe they clinch up, and Leon maybe catches him with something, wobbles him, just hurts him a few times, but ultimately Leon decision is what I'm going for. Bo Nickel with the sorry, I'm being slow on chat, and that's the second thing. I'm going to try and be a bit quicker with chat today because I know it's nobody does chat like how I do. You know what I'm saying? Like read from fucking top to bottom, no matter how many messages come in. So if I miss your message, I apologize. Just throw it back in if I've missed it, but I'm going to try and keep up with it anyway. Regardless, Bo Nickel with the Aspinall energy, yeah, for real, yeah. Bo Nickel versus Shemaev. Who have you got? Hamzat. At the minute, Hamzat, but again, that Woodburn fight Woodburn is nothing special, you know what I mean? And Hamzat's win over GM3, I thought, like, obviously he beat John Phillips, he beat Reese McKee, but they're like probably just UFC caliber, right? But GM3, so he beat those two guys in like a week's notice. Everyone's like, "Oh, Hamza, this fucking Chechnyan guy, he's just fought twice in 2 weeks. He's going to be amazing." I'm like, "Yeah, okay, you know what I'm saying? He fought twice in 2 weeks, but he beat like bottom of the pile, right?" But when he KO'd GM3 with the first punch he threw, I thought, "Oh my god, this guy's going to be champ." You know what I mean? I think that was his best win up until Burns, of course. But yeah, the Usman fight didn't look great for Hamzat. I would still pick Hamzat though. Overall, excited for this card. Super good fights, even some pre-live ones. Yeah, it's a fucking stacked card, bro. I couldn't quite believe it. I can't believe how many. Like Aldana just came off a title fight against Nunes, and she's in the prelims. You know, Leon, the only guy to elbow out the clinch besides Piotr Jan. Yeah, few guys do it, but nobody throws it like Leon, bro. Leon's really good there for some reason. Not for some reason. I mean, it's a good reason. He did that exit elbow so good against Diaz. Yeah, he throws elbows. Fucking he throws elbows like people like Matt Brown throws elbows to KO you, right? Some people just throw elbows to cut you open. They might throw an elbow just for the blunt force, hit you with the forearm instead, just to, especially with ground and pound, they hit you bluntly with the forearm. Your head hits the mat, you shake your head. You know what I mean? Rock you, but Leon throws elbows like they're punches. Like he throws elbows, lands with the point of the elbow on a chin or on a temple. You know what I mean? He aims for kill shots with those elbows, bro. Know some mates who train at Renegade. Leon's super humble still, cleans the mats after practice. Makes me proud to be a Brummie. You're a Brummie? I don't know why I said that so weird. You're a Brummie? I'm from Leicester, bro. So I'm next door neighbor. You're like 30 miles away. But yeah, no, Leon is humble. I have a friend that doesn't train at Renegade, but he trains, and they had like a jiu-jitsu, like the British youth jiu-jitsu Olympic team or something, and it took place in my gym. So all of these young under 16-year-old jiu-jitsu grapplers that are competing, they all came to my gym to do the trials for like who was going to get in the team or not. And there was loads of people there. There was Paddy's grappling coach there. Leon was there. There was a few guys there. I wasn't there obviously because it was just like pros. But from the people that was there that I train with, they said Leon was cool as fuck. Rod Tang is similar with his elbows as well. Yeah, but that's what I mean. Rod Tang's a fucking Muay Thai fighter. Like that's why Leon's so good with it because it's such an underutilized thing. You know, striking off the same side, body shot, like body punches, boxing to the body, still underused in MMA. Double jabs, fucking so many techniques that just aren't getting used. And striking in the clinch, especially on the exit, I think should be focused on. Luque for the opening fight is savage. Luque is always more than solid. Yeah. I do think Ian gets it, but just because Luque, I don't know if you could call him chinny at this point. I don't think you call him chinny, right? Maybe you could make an argument for it, but I think Ian Gary's going to hurt him, man. Unfortunately, I would love Luke Hay to smoke him. I fucking hate Ian Gary, and I didn't like Ian Gary before this shit. You know, it isn't. I don't give a fuck about what his wife does, bro. You know what I mean? I don't care about that. It's the rest of the shit. It's the fucking when he like the whole Neil Magny thing was like the nail in the coffin for me. That was when I decided I don't fuck with Ian Gary, and all this stuff that's recently happened is just like cherry on top. I'm just like, oh yeah, he's a weirdo, bro. Um, who you got for Josh Emmett versus Bryce Mitchell? I hate to say it, bro, but probably Josh Emmett. Watching Bryce get cracked by Taporia, like doing a lot of things, leaving his chin in the air, bending at the waist, leaning back, trying to get out of shots. Emmett can bang, bro. You know what I mean? Emmett's got some hands on him. So obviously, I would love, just like everybody else, for Bryce Mitchell. I haven't looked at the odds, but I would assume Bryce Mitchell's the favorite. But I'd probably go with Emmett on the underdog there. Have you seen what Ikram Eliskarov got knocked out by Hamzat in Brave FC? I didn't know he got knocked out. I haven't watched that fight. I knew they fought, but I know that basically Eliskarov was kind of like stuffing the takedowns, kind of exchanging wrestling with Eliskarov. We'll just make sure I didn't miss anything. Who you got for Josh Emmett, Rod Tang? Have you seen? You also got Ikram in the mix against Bowen Hamzat. How do you think Ikram does against those guys? He's a KO artist. I think Eliskarov beats both of those guys right now. Personally, I think Eliskarov is ready for the big leagues. Eliskarov is kind of what they thought Abbas Magomedov is. Or was, in my opinion. I think you could throw him in. Wasn't he? Remember when he was booked against Costa? They booked Strickland, Magomedov, and then Eliskarov, Costa, but Costa never made it. Imagine if that would have happened and Ikram would have got the win. He'd be like top 7 right now. You're going to make a predictions video on the card. Yeah, I don't know why I haven't made any prediction videos for any cards right now. I don't really predicting MMA, in my opinion, it's just fun to talk about. It's a very unpredictable sport, bro. You're not predicting basketball. You know what I mean? So I would make a predictions for the card just for the content purposes, but I wouldn't be dead sure on anything. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm not dead sure Emmett wins. I'm not dead sure that Gary wins. So I wouldn't want to be boring and be like, I think this, but ultimately it's MMA, so we'll see what happens. You know what I mean? But yeah, I will make predictions. I need to record some videos, man. I had a bunch of uni work and then I've just been streaming. I need to record and get a video out for everyone, man. It's been like 4 days. What he did to Neil really shows character. People call him the next McGregor. Dead it, bro. He's nothing. Do you know when he speaks, it actually drives me crazy. He's like, that's why I think you like. He's so like, it's like he's about to run out of breath every time he speaks. He's like, I seen a video earlier, right, of him saying the people of Brazil, I'm now fighting for Brazil as well as Ireland. I'm gonna wear the yellow shorts. Bro, shut up. You're cringy, bro. The thing is, Ian Gary's my age. So when I look at him, I don't look at him like a young kid prospect, like a lot of the older fans. And I also don't look at him as like a fully grown man in the UFC, like a lot of the younger fans. He's my age. I would be in the same class at school as Ian Gary, right? So I just think, mate, you're fucking cringy, bro. You know what I mean? It's just I can't listen to him talk, bro. It's crazy. Gary tries too hard to be the next Connor. He should just try and be the first Ian Gary. He should just try and be fucking likable, not even likable, just bearable. Like he just doesn't have the wit. I tell you what, I did really remember that video when he was training with Chris Curtis and he cracks. I don't know if he cracks, but he hits Chris Curtis to the body and his rib starts hurting and he's trying to carry on. And Ian Gary's like, no, don't carry on. Don't be stupid. You don't need to be a champion right here. This is where you be smart. And then there was also that video of him arguing with Buckley, right? And Buckley was saying like, oh, I called you out. But you didn't want it. And Ian Gary was saying to his face, like, why the fuck would I fight you? You're fucking fighting bums, you know what I mean? And I respected Ian Gary at that point. I did. But the stuff with Magny, bro, he KO'd D-Rod. He got the tattoo. I thought, yeah, cool guy, man. Ian Gary is cool. And then that shit with Magny, like, I feel like a lot of people were here with Ian Gary, right? And then with the Neil Magny stuff, there was like here and then this Cook stuff has sent them to the bottom. The Neil Magny shit for me took me from here to minus, bro. Cringy guy. How fucking dare you try and sit on a stage on a national sport and say a man beats his kids when you know that's not what he was saying? McGregor would have never done that, bro. He didn't need to. That's not trash talk. That's not getting in opponent's head. That's being a fucking little crybaby, whistle blowing. Oh, what? So you mean it's like when people on Twitter say like, "Oh, I love pancakes," and somebody will be like, "So you hate waffles?" You know what I mean? It's like that kind of shit. Ian Gary's like a little soy boy Twitter SJW. That's what he reminds me of. Um, Agreed. It's why I don't bet on it ever. Anything can happen. Yeah, yeah. It's a crazy sport to bet on, also though, because that feeling, bro, when you win on MMA, is crazy. You know what I'm saying? Especially if you bet with your heart, and which you never should do. But I have bet with my heart many times. You know, the most money I ever won on MMA, boys, was Taito Ivasa, KO, and Derek Lewis. He was a pretty big underdog. I stuck like 30 quid on him because I just loved Ty. I bet with my heart. He KO'd Derek Lewis, and I got like £300 or some shit. I've never won that much in my fucking life since. Second highest amount was when I had Nate Diaz fourth round guillotine over Tony Ferguson. I put like 50 pence on it because I just thought it ain't gonna happen. Well, not guillotine. I had submission, fourth round sub, and it came in. So I made like £40 off of a 50p bet. And imagine if I'd have put 30 quid on that, it would have been thousands, bro. The way he acts sounds so scripted. Yeah, it does. It really does. I fucking hate Ian Gary's whole shtick, bro. Just cringy, man. Heard Gary got kicked out of another gym this week. No way, for real. I know he's been training at Shooter Box. Which is obviously why he's got gassed about this Brazil thing and thinks he's Brazilian all of a sudden. Who do you think Benoit Saint Denis should get next? That's my dog snoring in the background as well. Sorry about that. Benoit Saint Denis, who should he get next? Fuck, man, I don't know. It depends what they want to do with Dariush. You could feed Dariush to another guy if you wanted to. And then, but I don't know. Benoit Saint Denis, I don't think they should give him Gaethje or something. He should fight like he should fight a Jalen Turner, maybe. I don't know. I don't know actually. I don't know. It depends what they want to do with him. It's funny because I was arguing with a French guy on UFC 5, the game, and he invited me to the party after I smoked him, and he was hella triggered, and he was trying to say to me like, UK, your country is fucked, you those soy boys, you what have UK ever done, you know what I'm saying, trying to say like MMA soft, England soft, the UK soft in MMA terms, and I was like, bro, who do you have in France? And he was like, Benoit Saint Denis, you know what I mean? I was like, oh yeah, fucking of course. What would you have said a year ago? So if Benoit Saint Denis fails and Cyril Gane gets smoked in his next fight, whether it's by Aspinall or otherwise, France is down bad, bro. What's your opinion on the Tony versus Paddy fight? I think that Tony could win. I think Paddy probably finishes him. I think he probably TKOs him. I don't know. It's hard to tell with Tony. I don't actually know how bad his chin is. I can't quite tell how bad it is. You know what I mean? I know it's bad, but I don't know how bad. Do you like Wonder Boy? How do you see him doing against Shavkat? Yeah, fucking love Wonder Boy, bro. Absolutely love Wonder Boy. Great guy. And my opinion on how he does against Shavkat, Shavkat probably gets it. But one thing I will say about Shavkat is he does not move his head. And Wonder Boy looked great and accurate and powerful against Holland. So we'll leave it there. And Jeff Neal rocked Shavkat. But do I think Shavkat will stand there and kickbox with Wonder Boy? I don't. I think he'll take him down. Makachev wants Gaethje for 299 instead of Charles. I did see that. Not surprised, to be honest. You know, Charles is a much harder fight, and he's already beat him. But he knows if he beats Charles again, he never has to see Charles again. And Charles Oliveira is probably the hardest fight for him in the division, right? Or Michael Chandler. No, I'm joking. Michael Chandler, his thing was always, even in Bellator, right? He was like, "I've got the perfect style to beat Habib," and people just like took his word for it. Like, oh, really? Oh, okay. People you say the same about Kevin Lee, but I think Kevin Lee would have done okay against Habib. Clown me all you want. I think he was probably one of probably the top 2 or 3 lightweights in that whole division that could have had a chance at actually beating Habib, in my opinion. He almost beat Ferguson. If he didn't have that staph infection, I think Kevin Lee snaps Ferguson's win streak when they fought and he got triangled. Wonderboy isn't winning. I doubt he can clinch. Yeah, that's the problem, right? If Shavkat tries to strike with him, he doesn't move his head. Shavkat stands like straight up in a line, and he doesn't move his head at all. Like, go watch a Shavkat fight. It's crazy how much he doesn't move his head. It's like his back. It's like he can't move side to side laterally. You know what I mean? He can only bend forward and back at the hip like a fucking, I don't even know what, like one of those. What am I thinking of? You know, the toys, the clowns. I don't know what I'm thinking of. A year ago, I would have said gone for sure. Yeah, exactly, bro. Exactly. Obviously, shout out Benoit Saint Denis putting France on the map. And I'll tell you what, that Taito versus Cyril Gane fight, that first card in France, because obviously MMA was illegal in France before that card. But that card is the loudest crowd I've ever heard, ever, in my almost 2 decades of watching this sport. I've never heard a crowd sing that loud. My dog is starting to snore loudly now, so I apologize, boys. A year ago, I already said that. Really don't want to see Ferg get KO'd. I want him to go out winning. I mean, I don't think it gets worse than the Michael Chandler KO. So I don't think Paddy's going to put him out worse than that. Sup, yo, what's up, Isaiah? Is it Isaiah or Isaiah? I know there's multiple different pronunciations for that name. Thoughts on Pantoja's fight style? I love Pantoja, bro. I think he's the best flyweight on the planet. I'm picking him against Royval, and I'd pretty much pick him against anybody else in the division. Isaiah, Isaiah, Zaya, got you. Isaiah, got you. I think Shavkat will try KO Wonderboy. So do I, but I don't know, man. I've got a horrible feeling that we're going to see Shavkat get finished before he gets to the belt. I think it's going to be one of those stories. Oh, Shavkat Rachmanov was never that good. You know what I mean? One of those situations. Sadly, Wonderboy and Tony loses violently. You think Wonderboy loses violently, really? I think it probably subs him. I think Shavkat maybe gets a sub, takes him down. I don't know. Wonderboy doesn't like to give these grapplers anything. He'll happily sit there and hold wrist control for 5 minutes and lose the round than try and scramble, get back to his feet, and potentially get subbed. Wonderboy probably drops Shavkat with a left hand. Would be nice. Would be nice to see. I thought Holland was going to smoke Wonderboy, bro. To be honest, two straight, not straight sexuality, right? But 5 straight down the line, straight down the pipe. Too big of a reach, and ultimately was doing well until obviously he wasn't. But yeah, worried about Wonderboy, yes. Worried about Ferguson, yes. But ultimately, I really like Shavkat, and I do want Paddy to get a bit of steam back behind him because it's kind of sad watching. He used to get like a lot of fucking likes and shit on Instagram. Even me, I'm not the biggest Paddy Pimblett fan, but I used to watch his YouTube videos like last year, you know, when he's fighting and him and Molly and all that kind of stuff, right? I used to watch every YouTube video. As soon as that Jared Gordon fight, because my girlfriend used to watch him with me and she kind of liked Paddy, right? Because he's like just kind of relatable kind of guy. She was like, after the Gordon fight, she was like, "Did Paddy win?" And I was like, "Yes," but explain the situation to her. And then like the next day, he dropped a video, and she went to put it on, and I was like, "Don't put it on." I was like, I can't even listen to the man talk right now, bro. Him asking for 50K after getting cracked by about 14 left hands from Jared Gordon is crazy, bro. But fair play. That's mad delusion. As a massive fan, Wonderboy needs to go to karate combat. I think it's a little bit too late for that at this point. You know what I mean? He's probably like 4 fights off of retiring, win or lose. Um, I don't know. Fight of the night, Wonderboy and Shavkat. Definitely potential. Wonderboy's coming off a great performance against Holland. Fight of the night against Holland. Potential one of the fight of the years, I think, probably in the nominees. Paddy fall off. It's crazy. What's up, Wish? And yeah, it is crazy to watch, bro. Bro used to get like probably almost a million likes on his Instagram post. Now he probably gets like 100K. That's not accurate at all. I'm paraphrasing the numbers there, but Holland caught Wonderboy in round one in close range, and that's Shavkat's preferred range. Hopefully, Wonderboy keeps his distance and puts on a show. Ultimately, I think that's his issue a lot of the time, trying to put on a show rather than trying to fight. Trying to fight, to his style. Wonderboy is the only fighter in the whole UFC that fights how he does, right? So ultimately, it's you don't come across it much, but an 8 week camp for Wonder Boy, I don't think is enough time, which is why I think Tyron Woodley struggled so much with him the first time, but kind of the second fight was still boring. It's not like he finished Wonder Boy, but Wonder Boy's little tricks, you could see Woodley kind of knew what was coming now. Shavkat's a very smart fighter. Um, and he comes the gym that he comes from, like the whole how they are. It's a super gym. So many different UFC top fighters in that super gym. I think some people will be like, "Hey, bro, there might be someone there. I can't think off the top of my head that's already fought Wonder Boy and kind of gives Shavkat like, those things are important. Who people train with in the gyms, they are important. Like for example, Alex Pereira and Jan Blachowicz. Glover ran through Jan, probably had a bunch of stuff to tell Alex. It is important. Paddy's BJJ is still unreal, in my opinion. It is, but he's a flashy grappler. He's not a fundamental. Look, I mean, not a flashy grappler. He's a creative grappler in the sense of so when he subbed, I would love to find the Facebook post. I explained the other day I have a friend in real life that's friends with Paddy, went to school with him, and he used to share things on Facebook. And I remember, do you know? I forget who he subbed. It might have been Jordan Levitt. I can't remember who he subbed with it, but in the UFC, he subbed somebody, and he wrapped their arms in his body triangle. So normally a rear naked choke, right? You wrap the body triangle around your opponent's body, right? You choke and they fight the hands with the hands. Paddy wrapped Jordan Levitt's fucking arms in his body triangle. And I remember seeing his coach put something on Facebook years ago when he was in Cage Warriors, saying this is why Paddy's going to be in the UFC because he's creative and this and that. He's got some flying triangles, flashy grappler. But yeah, very very good grappler. I'm not disputing that. Wonder Boy for sure got to do everything in his power to keep his range for that fight. Yeah, I mean, listen, let me put it this way. I would give Wonder Boy more of a chance at beating Shavkat than I would have given him beating Holland. And I know that sounds kind of stupid, right? But just because of the styles make fights thing. If Shavkat does not move his head and Wonder Boy throws a wheel kick, Shavkat's not fucking superhuman. You know what I mean? Zesty low key, yeah, for real. For real. Jordan Levitt is hella zesty, bro. Pettis versus Henderson and Karate Combat on Friday, I think. Yeah, isn't it amazing that we get these fights? Like even Game Bread MMA, the bare knuckle MMA, watching Fabricio Verdum and JDS, or not JDS. Was it JDS? I can't remember, but Jorge has all those old guys fighting as well. I think the PFL fucking heavyweight division should try and scoop up a couple of these fucking guys, you know what I mean? That are still fighting. Why are you letting Jorge Masvidal have them at fucking Game Bread or whatever it is? Why? Pay the Saudis are giving you money. Stop picking up fucking UFC dropouts, right? People who couldn't cut it in the UFC. Start scooping up the ex UFC fighters, especially with heavyweights. So many of them were fighting. That Bellator heavyweight Grand Prix was like 4 years ago or some shit. Sam Alvey is fighting on that card too. What, the Karate Combat card? I'm praying Paddy slips on a banana peel. Yeah, I get trips on a wire. Yeah, he caught Jordan's right wrist in the body triangle. You got the right guy. Yeah, I thought so. Cheers for fact checking that one, Wish. Oh my god, Harry, I'm your biggest fan. What's up, Dizzy, bro? Free speech in the chat. A lot of those Far Eastern wrestle fighters struggle bad with head movement. Yeah, it seems so, and cardio. But Shavkat doesn't seem to be have much issue in the cardio. I mean, I guess we haven't seen, right? He's finished like fucking everybody, so I guess we'll find out. But um, yeah, I think he's okay for 3 rounds. 5 rounds is a different story, but I think he's okay for 3 rounds. 3 wheel kicks in a row to Holland's temple was insane. How could Holland eat that? And that's what I'm saying. Shavkat doesn't move his head. You know what I'm saying? In an ideal world, Edwards versus Thompson for the title, crazy striking fight. Yeah, imagine if Wonder Boy. So like this is how crazy Bisping winning the title is, right? How we're looking at Wonder Boy, like Wonder people would have gave Wonder Boy more chance at winning the belt now than people would probably have gave Michael Bisping back then when he actually won the belt. Like I'm not joking. And like I know it's easy in hindsight to say like, yeah, Strickland is sick, but like nobody picked Strickland, bro. And if you pick Strickland, like fair enough, but I didn't. I don't mind saying that. Justice for Corey Sandhagen. Justice in what sense? Corey is my favorite bantamweight, bro. Him or I mean, I'm not talking shit on Song Yudong. You know, it wasn't a bad performance, but I would have said Corey Sandhagen or Song Yudong, my favorite bantamweight. Now I would probably say Corey Sandhagen. Shavkat nearly got finished by Iron Turtle before the UFC, so he can, excuse me, definitely be hit. Jeff was hitting him too many times. Yanni rocked him. And somebody was just saying as well, the range that he rocked him at, that close range, I think it was like a right hook as Shavkat was circling out of his power side and Jeff kind of threw it across himself and caught him. What the shot that actually kind of seemed to wobble him. He caught him a bunch, but he did land one shot that did seem to wobble him a little bit. So yeah, it's worrisome. Unironically, a lot of the time, striker versus striker turns into wrestling matches. Shit makes me mad. Yeah, and vice versa, right? Usman Colby turned into a striking match, but they're actually fire. And Weidman and Jacare Souza, that was a crazy striking match. That was only like 5 years ago as well. That was a fucking crazy fight, bro. For two people that were like washed. Crazy fight. Picked both Sean's. Yeah, fair enough, bro. Fair enough. I didn't pick either Sean's. I know Wish and a few other people picked O'Malley. I kind of could see how O'Malley would win, but I pick like putting your confidence on O'Malley, bro, to beat Aljo, like when you haven't really seen O'Malley face that pressure wrestling, submission chasing grappling style. Like I can't believe what actually happened in that fight. Even now. If Corey doesn't end up as one of the greats by the end of his career, he could definitely become one of the greatest coaches ever. Yeah, for real. That's a great point. Have you seen his YouTube channel? Corey Sandhagen has just started a YouTube channel pretty much. And it's like one of my favorite channels on YouTube already. He did a video, his 5 favorite books to read. And he's just such a fucking cool guy, man. He reminds me of like GSP or some shit, like just a true martial artist. Do you think Cheeto beats O'Malley in the rematch? No. Yeah, he could. I don't know. I haven't really sat down and thought, we've still got like 4 months until that fight, right? Is that in March or is that in January? I can't remember. They announced like 3. No, it's Duplessis Strickland in January, right? That's in March. I'll think about it close to the fight. I like Cheeto's patience in that fight. I think O'Malley catches a lot of people by like hitting them with something, them getting angry about the fact that he just hit them with it, rushing in to catch him and get him finished. I don't think Cheeto will do that, so we'll see. Bro, I didn't even watch the Izzy versus Strickland fight because I thought Izzy was just gonna leg kick him and circle away all fight. I missed out on a great fight. Don't worry, bro. I've done that before. What did I skip? I skipped a massive boxing fight at some point because I was like, there's no point even watching it, and it was a huge upset. Anthony Joshua and Andy Ruiz. That was what it was. Because I almost put money on Andy Ruiz because the odds were that crazy because it was like short notice and all these things. I almost put money on Andy Ruiz. And you know my proudest pick ever? My proudest £25 that I've ever won off betting MMA is I picked Pena. Not I picked Pena. I put money on Pena to beat Nunes. I didn't think she would win. But yeah, lucky. You boys should have bet on fucking Strickland. I'd have to kill Corey I'd have to kill Corey Sandhagen. I'd kill to have Corey Sandhagen in my corner. Yeah, Corey Sandhagen is a great. I've never even thought about it. So whoever made that point about him being one of the best coaches in the future, that's a fucking great point. I don't know why Corey would take the Usman fight. Why not wait for the title? He must be worried he gets fucked over by UFC politics again. I'm sure he is worried about it, but Corey's had a change of mindset since he lost to Aljo. And I think he's of the mindset similar to like what Jamal Hill said that one time. If he's not good enough to take any fight, right? If he has to cherry pick his fights and say, "Well, I don't want to fight Umar because if I lose, he's lower ranked." Like he's of the mindset now where he thinks he's the best. He wants to be the best, and he will fight whoever it is because he's confident he can beat him. You know what I mean? I know like every MMA fighter can be like, "Well, I'm confident I'm going to beat him," but Corey does like getting subbed by Aljo that quick. It seemed. Go watch the Joe Rogan and Corey Sandhagen episode because that is a great episode, and he talks a lot about how much he changed after that fight. And he hasn't lost. Well, I say he hasn't lost since. He has lost since, but you know, not like that. People say he doesn't deserve one. Deserve what? What were we talking about again? He doesn't deserve a title shot. Oh, okay, yeah. Why not wait for the title shot? People say he doesn't deserve one. Yeah, because of that last performance, turned everyone off. Which, shut the fuck up, bro. You know what I mean? Complaining about grappling in 2023 in MMA. Are you all right? Penny was one of my proudest picks ever. Yeah, Penny was the baby girl that night, bro. I was so happy, bro. My biggest regret is not betting on Sterling Yan too, because I knew it. I picked Sterling for that one too as well. Yeah, that was I got clowned for that one. You know the pick I got clowned most for, and you know now in hindsight, everybody's going to be like, "What the fuck? Why did they clown you so bad?" Like that's a good pick. That's a reasonable pick. I picked Topuria against Bryce Mitchell, and like my friends were telling me I was fucking retarded, bro. I was like, bro, like, how is that a crazy pick? Like, but obviously he'd just been caught by Jai Herbert and stuff like that. I get it, but you know, Topuria is now fighting Volk, and people are picking Topuria to beat Volk. So just shows how quick the sport can take. Damn, how much did you win for that Pena fight? I literally put like 50 pence on it, bro, or some shit. I put my bets on and I had like 50p left, so I just put it on Pena. So I won like 20 something pounds or some shit. Proud to say that I picked Sterling for both fights. Fair enough. I think Sterling is going to be looked back like Usman. Sterling is going to maybe. Do you know how Usman just took the short notice fight against Hamzat and now everybody likes him again? I think Sterling's going to do something like that. I think he might even fight Max and win some fans there. I'm not sure. My friends are on my neck the week of Cyril versus Francis because I kept saying there's a chance Francis wrestles him out. Yeah, that was a crazy fight as well because, I mean, Chael Sonnen calls that like the biggest upset in UFC history or whatever, right? Because the UFC wanted Francis to lose so fucking bad, and he literally had like one knee and shit, and he still pulled it out of the bag. But we also then saw that Cyril has no grappling after that. I shouldn't say no grappling because Dizzy will fucking kill himself if I say that, but very bad grappling. Yeah, I picked Mitchell too. Yeah, no, I don't blame you. Usman will probably end up in PFL. Didn't he just pop? Usman Nurmagomedov? Yeah, he probably will. I'd have so much money if I'd have been old enough to gamble at times certain fights happen. Yeah, I feel you, bro. Or like even not even old enough to gamble, just not be skint. You know what I mean? Like what was the pick? Diego Lopez's last fight. He was a fucking Umar pops. Yeah, my bad. I confused the fucking two. I can't remember what I was just saying, so I'll just move on. I didn't see pops. Yeah, no, my bad. Spreading fake news on the stream. I always get Umar and Usman mixed up. Because who the fuck cares? You know what I mean? Do you enjoy Rigo's videos? The Rigo lore goes deep. I do enjoy Rigo's videos. He is genuinely makes me laugh. Rigo makes me laugh without me even watching the fucking video. You know what I'm saying? Like I'll just get on my feed like some shit like the dark side of Laura Sanko, and it's like a picture of Laura Sanko holding like a samurai sword or some shit. And I'm just like, what the fuck is Rigo doing, bro? But yeah, no, he makes me laugh. His grappling is fine, his wrestling is terrible. Yeah, good point, I guess. Good point. I also thought Francis was going to out-grapple Gone. That was the only time I had someone text me and say, holy shit, you weren't kidding. Some of the best feelings in the world, bro, is when people will be like, do you know how when Volk and Islam was booked, I was talking to a friend and they were going, "Bro, Volk's too small. He's a featherweight. He's gonna get ran through." And because I was so passionate in the moment, I was like, "Bro, I'll stake my MMA knowledge on this fight. I promise. I know that Islam isn't gonna run through Volk. Volk's too good." And then as it got closer to the fight, I was like, "Shit, Islam's gonna run through Volk." But obviously, Volk held his own, man, and made me look. And everybody was like, "Fair enough, bro. You know, you called it." And I was like, "Yeah, I fucking did, boys." But I was hella nervous. I didn't really call it because I kind of flip flopped on the pick. Cyril's first fight wins were subs. Are you talking about the UFC or in general? What's good, Harry? What's up, bro? Another Brummy in the chat. Do you ever win parlays? They are hard to get all of them right for me. I've won a few. I'm not a big better. You know what I mean? Um, but yeah, what was your best pick this year? I picked Carl Nelson over Blake Builder. Only 7% picked him. I don't use the Tapology fucking betting stuff, so I couldn't tell you like how many people picked them. But my best pick this year, um, without spending 25 minutes thinking about it, my best pick this year, I couldn't even tell you, bro. To be honest, I couldn't even tell you. Without keeping everybody waiting and fucking missing 15 messages in the chat, I couldn't even tell you. I don't want to see Volk go out like Tony. I don't think he will. He's not there yet. You know what I mean? Islam's very good, bro. And the lack of preparation, I think, is important. Hey, I will subscribe to your channel, Ko. I appreciate that, bro. I appreciate that. Hey, you remember me? It's always the rider profile pic. Yeah, I remember your name as well, bro. Of course. I give my teacher picks for UFC, but he got in trouble because he was betting and was getting money. Guy didn't give me a penny. Did he at least thank you for it? At least you get to look like the fucking cool, like, you know what I mean? You get to look like a little fucking Dan Hardy in your class. His 2 UFC wins were both subs. His 2, I assume you mean his first 2 UFC wins? Yeah, I didn't know if you meant outside of the UFC. Does he have any subs outside of the UFC as well? Remember when Francis learnt a Kimura in the back and then came out and subbed the guy with it? That was fucked. Get a Tapology account, bro. I don't know why I don't have a Tapology account. It just makes me sad that Sherdogs fell off. I don't want to be on Tapology, bro. You know what I mean? I feel dirty being on Tapology, but to be honest, if I made a Tapology account, you would all just see how shit my picks are. So I don't want to do that. Bryce Mitchell is the favorite on Tapology. I don't fucking know why. Are you talking about against Emmett? Or are you talking about against Taporia when in that fight? Volk is just bored running through 145, I think, doing side quests. Yeah, man. It must get pretty stale, right? It must get pretty stale. Especially with the Max situation. Yeah, he thanked me every week. Well, could have done a little bit more than that, but at least he fucking thanked you for it. If Volk loses in February, I will be shocked. The recency bias against Volk after the Islam fight is immense. And I'm not ashamed to say that before the Islam fight, I was like 70-30 on Volk. After the Islam fight, I'm probably like 50-50 on that fight now. So I guess that you could throw me in there with the people that are using the recency bias. And it isn't even just the case of like, he got knocked out and he's rushing back in, so I think his chin isn't going to be best. I just don't like to see him lose and then be like, "Oh, it's been doing my head in." Like, no, bro, what? Don't start saying this, please. I'm a bit worried for Volk, man. Those 2 subs are the only sub wins he's ever gotten. Yeah, I didn't. That's. I guess it makes sense. But if you're gonna get your subs anywhere, you know, might as well get them in the UFC. Also, this candle, boys, is fucking special. Special candle right here, bro. It smells amazing. If you're not burning Christmas candles in your house, what the fuck are you doing? If you don't have the lights up and the tree up, what the fuck are you doing? So many people are like, "Oh, it doesn't feel like Christmas anymore. I don't feel Christmassy. It's not like it was when I was a kid." Bro, get the fucking Christmas candles in. Get the fairy lights up. Get the tree up. What are you talking about, bro? I fucking love Christmas, man. My house looks the nicest at Christmas. The rest of the year, it just looks like a fucking crackhead's lair. Will my prescription video be like specific picks, like ways of winning? I assume you mean prediction. Yes, it would be, but also, is there any point in me being like round 1, the fight starts? I think Volk is going to circle to his left, and then Ilya is going to throw a low kick. Like, there's no point in doing that. You know what I mean? But if you want a specific pick for the next this weekend's two fights. I've got Leon by decision, not split, unanimous, maybe 3 rounds to 2 or 4 rounds to 1. Leon on decision, and I've got Pantoja sub again, probably to be honest. Whole looking prescription 61% when I last checked. Oh, you're talking about against Emmett? Yeah, I thought so. I'd go with the dog and Emmett with that fight, to be honest. I think Bryce Mitchell is very good, but he's a bit more of a meme fighter. He's a bit more of a Cerrone, right? He's a Kevin Holland. He's a Mike Perry. He's a Paulo Costa. Like, people love him, but I can't see him getting the belt. Whole looking dope. Not gonna lie. Thank you, bro. I built this whole ass fucking bookshelf like yesterday, and I have a gaming chair now. You should have seen the fucking monstrosity I've been sitting in to record these videos, boys. You would feel very sorry for me. 6'2" sitting on a kid's chair, bro. I'm looking like a pedophile in this room. Pause. Let me fucking carry on with the chat, bro. What the fuck am I talking about? Volt next fight either ends with him beating Pantera for 5 rounds or getting hit with Mortal Kombat move. Yeah, I guess so. I guess so. Fucking hell. Don't, bro. If we have to see 2 KO losses from fucking if we have to see 2 Volt KO losses in a row, I will do something drastic, and we'll leave it at that. In the interviews, Taporia seems way too confident, whereas Volk seems to have genuine hunger and respect. He does seem too confident. And you know one thing as well? Most people, and I'm not saying this is a for Taporia or against Taporia, because it's all different, right? Shorter opponents, they can be harder in some ways. But Taporia and Volk are like pretty simple. Like, Taporia is tiny, bro. You know what I mean? Like, you don't realize because he looks like a fucking GQ model, right? But he's really small. And obviously Volk's small as well. So I think Volk might have Volk is either going to struggle with that because he's used to closing distance, trying to get on the inside. His traps he sets with his leg kicks and his switch stances is ultimately to bait people onto shots, right? To, like, when he caught Yair with he threw the outside leg kick, and then as Yair came in with something, he switched stance and caught him with that hook, and then that's how he finished Yair. It's a lot of bringing people onto shots, like Islam. When he dropped Islam kind of shot in and he caught him. And if Taporia, that's the thing with Taporia, he fights Jai Herbert and goes out there like a wild man. He fights Bryce Mitchell, goes out there like a wild man. Then he fights Josh Emmett and jabs him for 5 rounds and just clean boxing, you know. So I don't know which Taporia is going to show up. So I know press stuff doesn't hold too much weight, but it's definitely changes my opinion. Yeah, no, it is. It does hold weight. I think it holds weight. What you think's next for Renato Moicano? Because I don't think they will reschedule the Saryukian fight. I want Renato Moicano. I want his YouTube channel to like do better. And I think he should just accept being a meme fighter and try and make a living off YouTube. So I don't think he gets the belt. I mean, I don't know. I like Renato Moicano. You know, I don't want to shit talk Moicano. He's a G, but embrace the cowboy is how I always put it, bro. Cowboy Cerrone knew at certain points. Well, I mean, he had a kid, right? And he was like, I'm a dad. I'm coming for the fucking title and all this shit. But, you know, we knew he wasn't that good anymore, especially. But Cerrone embraced, in my opinion, being it's like Michael Chandler, right? He embraced being a fan favorite first. And, you know, sometimes there's more money in that. There's more money in being a Kevin Holland than there is being a Saryukian. So it depends what you prioritize. Moicano's a funny guy. His YouTube's doing well. Renato's fighting Dober next. Is that booked? Is that actually official? Jeez. I probably got Dober in that one, to be honest. I think if Taporia respects Volk, then he'll fight more careful like the Emmett fight. Yeah, I think no matter what he says, he's got to respect Volk. I think Max would smoke Taporia, though. Like, badly, you know. I think he would make him look silly, in my opinion. So if Taporia beats Volk and then moves up to lightweight, Volk moves up to lightweight, and Max swoops in, I go Max every day in that fight, in my opinion. I don't think Volk struggles with the height because he butchered Chad Mendes. Good point, but obviously Chad Mendes is what's Chad Mendes? 5'4". What's Volk? 5'4"? Are they both 5'4"? So yeah, same height, but obviously Chad Mendes is a wrestler, bro, you know. But you have a point. Still butchered Chad Mendes. his run to the belt was he's got some good names on his resume, bro. You from Nottingham, Kerr? Nah, bro. I'm from very close though, very very close. So you got the accent pretty much spot on. I'm from Leicester, which is um about 20 minutes away from Nottingham. Hanato and Mexican martial arts collab. Let's make it happen. That would be sick. That would be sick. Mexican martial arts as well, boys. If you don't watch Mexican martial arts, OG in the game, one of the first MMA YouTubers that were really doing this kind of shit. I think after the zombie fight, I think Taporia chin checks Max. Yeah, yeah, yeah. No, it's a good point. I mean, he was landing, but you say after the zombie fight because zombie wobbled Max, or do you just think because zombie was landing so much? You sound like a friend of mine from Nottingham. That's why. Yeah, it's very very close, bro. There's very slight differences between my accent and a Nottingham accent, but if you're not from here, you would never notice. Like one example I'll give you, like no one gives a fuck, but like how I would say the word scared, I would say like that scared, and not gonna be like scared. You know what I'm saying? I can't explain it, but yeah. He's my favorite MMA YouTuber of all time. Yeah, fucking goat pick for the my favorite MMA YouTuber of all time. Um, I mean, I don't know why I'm even trying to answer the question. I did a whole fucking tier list about it, but yeah, probably Napoleon or Jack Slack for very different reasons. He struggled so much against Zombie. That's why I think the damage is caught up. Dizzy, come on, let me teach you some English. The damage is caught up to Max. Please don't say that. Please don't say that. I hope it hasn't, but I understand what you're saying. Um, I don't know. He's absorbed a lot of damage. He has, but I feel like a chin needs to crack, and I don't think Max has yet. Can Taporia be the one to crack Max's chin? 1,000%. So, but I don't think he's there yet. But he did struggle against. I wouldn't say he struggled so much against Zombie, but it was looking scary for Max in moments, especially like near the finish when Zombie just came out and was like, "Fuck yeah, I'm going out on my shield." Max looked pretty fucking terrified. So I understand your pick. Um, and obviously Taporia, if you get caught by one of Taporia's shots, like it's game changing. But again, Taporia is like Aspinall in the sense of he's a grappler that fell in love with the striking and got really good. So now he's really well rounded. But I would say he's still predominantly. I wouldn't say he's predominantly a grappler, right? Because he's been striking. But to see what he did against Emmett and then know that he has very high level grappling in his back pocket, it's a dangerous guy, bro. The composure and the fight IQ to do what he did against Emmett, along with the aggressiveness and the ability to throw himself into the fire like he did against Jai Herbert, like he did against Bryce Mitchell. What do you think is Taporia's weaknesses? Um, just just boxing defense. Not boxing defense, sorry, defense against kicks. Taporia, a little fun fact for you, never thrown a head kick in his fucking UFC career. So do we see a head kick against Volk? I'm not sure. But yeah, I think kick defense. Jai Herbert caught him with a beautiful high kick and put him on his arse. So if Jai Herbert's doing that to you, bro, do I think people like Matt? I do. But also, Jai Herbert was a lot taller than Elia, and that fight was at lightweight, not featherweight. So, Taporia is definitely my favorite fighter so far. Well, right now, anyway. What, number one, you would say, over everyone? That's interesting. That's interesting. Taporia. I like Kopylov. Um, how crazy is it that Taporia is like a year ago? People were like, "Oh, no way he beats Bryce Mitchell," and now people are like, oh, "I think Taporia beats Volk." Just shows how quick this sport changes. I actually made a joke to my friend the other day. Right? Imagine you're imagine being in 2020, right? Lockdown, and John Jones or whoever was light heavyweight champ is light heavyweight champ, and then you skip forward a few years, like now to 2023, and you open the rankings and you see Alex Pereira as light heavyweight champ, you'd be like, who the fuck is that guy? Well, unless you knew who he was, you know what I mean? Like he wasn't even in the fucking sport, he wasn't even in the conversation, and now he's had two belts. It's just fucking crazy how fast this sport changes. Um, yeah, crazy, crazy speed. But it's why we watch. Who the fuck is that guy? Yeah, 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 for real. I acknowledged it when I said it. I thought, damn, that sounded like I was trying to quote Connor, but I wasn't. I promise. Um, it was pretty cool when he beat Ryan Hall, and I like Ryan. Yeah, that was like the first fight that kind of. But Ryan Hall is like we were just all waiting for somebody to do that to Ryan Hall. Ryan Hall, you know what I mean? But yeah, it was a good win, and he finished him kind of on the ground. You know what I mean? He went to he said fuck it, okay, then came down and smoked his ass. So, Ryan Hall was a nightmare waiting to happen. Essentially, I'd like my girlfriend again, as I keep saying, um, watches MMA now. And one of the first fighters that she remembered the name of, like she would see fighters, but she couldn't tell you. She knew their face, she couldn't tell me their name. Ryan Hall was like one of the first guys that ever stuck in her head just because of how fucking weird he fought. You know what I mean? Just rolling around on the ground. Do you guys remember when Ryan Hall was a boogeyman at featherweight? Yeah, because it was like how the fuck what are you supposed to do? Like if this was Pride, bro, Ryan Hall would be like 0 and fucking 9 in the UFC. Like it just gets stomped. Saying that, Ryan Hall's a fucking leg lock wizard, so maybe if you tried to stomp Ryan Hall, that would be like what he wanted. You'd probably be better off punching him. Um, well, with Izzy kind of retiring, I think Ili has definitely become my favorite. I really became a fan after that Damon fight. Your favorite fight is Izzy Dizzy, really? Izzy Dizzy, what the fuck? Your favorite fight is Israel. Are you serious? Wouldn't have called that. I thought your favorite fight was like one of the Dagestanis, bro. Yeah, he's the GOAT. He's probably 12. Nah, Dizzy's like 13, 14. No, I'm playing. I can't talk shit, bro. I've got a picture of Adesanya literally above my fucking desk. But it's more for silver. Well, it's not even more for silver. It's more for the what that fight represented. You know what I mean? It was like a passing of the torch moment. I can't even show you. I tried showing it the other day and just dropped everything on the fucking floor. So I'm not even gonna try, but it's a cool ass photo. And I've got no problem with people um with any let's see it. I can't really, bro. I'd have to take it off the wall. I suppose I could do that. It isn't that hard, but I just as soon as I take it down, it's just gonna take me fucking ages to put it back up. But yeah. It's a cool ass photo. I can't believe I bet like 500 USD on Costa versus Adesanya. You bet what for Costa? You thought Costa was going to beat him? That was a major L, bro. Don't tell me you put $500 on Costa. You must be rich, bro. I wouldn't put $500 on fucking. I wouldn't put $500 on my rent, bro. You know what I mean? I wouldn't put $500 on anything. No, I'm playing. Obviously, my rent's 725, boys. Okay, I'm not broke. Damn, yeah, that is crazy, bro. But a lot of people, that was when people started turning against Adesanya because you remember when Costa gave him the white belt? No, Izzy gave him the white belt and Costa gave him the black belt or something. I don't know if they exchanged belts, but Costa had a belt, tried to give it Izzy, and Izzy did some weird shit where he like tried to, you know what I mean? Like you remember what I'm talking about, but I remember a lot of people was like, Adesanya's kind of like cringe. You know what I mean? I remember that time people were starting to like Costa more because of the presses, and Izzy was just kind of cringy. He was sat there, and Paulo gave Izzy a white belt, and he threw it at Paulo, yeah, and then he did that weird Karate Kid shit and tried to be. It was all like fucking autistic with it. You know what I mean? Can't explain it. It was just weird. A lot of people started to like Costa after that. I run a fantasy MMA league where we get to pick one champ for each weight class, 1 point for a win, 2 points for title wins. Should I do Bo Nickel for middleweight? Okay, right. Let me read this again. Fantasy MMA, 1 point for a win, 2 points for a title win. How long is this going for? Because I don't think Bo Nickel has a title fight in the next 2 years. Maybe at the end of the second year. I don't know. You never know with fucking Dana, right? All year. So I don't think he would get a title win this year. I don't think he's gonna fight for the belt. So Shouldn't you pick somebody that would fight for the belt? So there's a potential of getting that 2 points. Am I misunderstanding this, or um, apologies? Out of all of Izzy's fight, the Parlo fight was the one that I was convinced he was going to win the most. Yeah, I would. Yeah, I guess so. I probably agree with you, to be honest. Um, that was the first time I heard Izzy saying you're going to look like Ricky Martin, but botched. Yeah, yeah, the Ricky Martin comments was funny because I just fucking watched the what do you call it? The is it Versace, right? Didn't the guy from Versace got killed, right? And there's like he got killed by like a serial killer. Am I thinking of the right guy? One of these designer guys, anyway. And Ricky Martin played his boyfriend in that TV show. So I was fresh from seeing Ricky Martin in a TV show when that fight happened. So his Ricky Martin jokes, if he'd have said it like 6 months before, I'd be like, who the fuck is Ricky Martin? But because I knew, I was like, oh, he kind of does look like Ricky Martin. You know what I mean? Just started watching. Love. Yeah, I love, bro. Thank you for being here. Don't know. I'm not even going to try and read that name, but appreciate you being here. I also bet 250 on Oliveira versus Islam and lost. Yeah, but that's a respect. I can salute that, bro. Putting 500 on Costa is crazy talk. But at least my reaction video had success. Yeah, that's what it's all about, right? That's what it's all about. Stylistically, Izzy was a nightmare, and I was shocked people were picking Paolo to destroy Izzy. Yeah, I mean, same with Whitaker. Like, obviously, it's easy. Yeah, Gianni Versace. Yeah. Whitaker, right? It's almost like a Volk Islam thing for me because because all my friends hated Adesanya at this point, and I really liked him. Like I said, I had this fucking painting on the wall and stuff like that. I really liked Izzy, so I was like, nah, bro, he's gonna smoke Whitaker. And you know what they kept saying? Smoke Whitaker, he has no power, he has no KO ability, right? Which is funny because when Izzy KO'd Rob, he goes to the camera like, who doesn't have power? Like, who can't knock people out? Because obviously that was a big critique. And I was literally like, it was like he was talking to my fucking friends, bro. And they all sat there silent. And I was just like, yes, life is good. And then he started shagging dogs. So I thought that last year, but I realized champs are far less active than rank climbers. So in the long run, you get more points. Maybe somebody like Joe Pfeiffer. I think he wants to be active. Aliskerov, I think, will probably fight. Probably fight twice next year because they'll probably put him on that Abu Dhabi card at the end of the year. But yeah, I understand. We don't really do fantasy stuff in the UK. I mean, we do. That's a complete lie. A lot of people do like fantasy football, but I don't give a fuck about football. And nobody here does like fantasy fucking boxing. You know what I mean? So I'm not familiar with the fantasy fucking rules. We didn't have all that info on 2020. In hindsight, is always 2020. Wait, what are we talking about again? Sorry, I completely forgot. Devin in the chat. Do my eyes deceive me? Devin the dude, the fucking #1 global undisputed 3 ranked player in the world. Fucking UFC 2 god. Devin the dude, is that my boy? Is that my boy? What candle am I ripping? You ain't ready for this candle, though. You ain't ready for a candle like this, bro. This is the same one I was preaching about the other day. Peppermint pinwheels, bro. This is a special one. Usually, bro, I'll light a candle, forget about it, fuck the candle up, leave it burning, blow it out after 15 minutes and fuck the fucking the wax distribution. You know what I mean? Like my girlfriend's always like, yeah, when you light a candle, you have to leave it burning for hours so it all burns even. And I'm like, yeah, whatever. This one's burning fucking even, bro. I'm looking after this one like it's my son. That's how nice this candle is. About Paulo Costa, yeah, the hindsight's 2020 thing. Yeah, you're right. Izzy has that dog in him. Yeah, unfortunately, right? What do you think about Mighty Mouse saying to be the GOAT, you have to have been champion in multiple organizations? It's a good point, but if he never left the UFC, he probably never would have said that. You know what I mean? So take it for what it is. The SFC triple champions here, bro, we're not worthy, man. They say that Devin was that good, he shut the whole league down. The fantasy thing is new. I think MMA Island posted the idea, and my friends and I kicked it off last year. It's cheaper than betting on fights and adds some gravity to some fight nights. I enjoy it. And that's a very good way to phrase betting as well. It adds gravity to a fight. It makes you pay attention to a fight more that maybe you wouldn't have done previously. You know what I mean? So yeah, great idea. I suppose that is the whole point of fantasy anything, right? Is to make the sport more interesting when the sport isn't happening. You know what I mean? I started to dislike Izzy on the build up to 271 against Rob. I was very tolerant of him, but I just started to dislike his personality really bad. Izzy fucked it, bro. Izzy fucked it. He had the whole world in his hands. He seemed so cool when he first got there, you know what I mean? Because he would say shit like in press conferences, he'd be like, he's normal. And I'd be like, oh my God, he said the thing. And I'd be like, I love Izzy, you know what I mean? Like he would always reference, like, I'm an MMA fan. I've been watching this sport. I've been in the nosebleeds and now I made his nose bleed. Like, yeah, okay. We get it. You've been watching the sport for a while. That used to win me over. That used to be like, well, Izzy's one of us. And then I realized that he was like 74 and making anime references. And I was like, maybe not as cool as I thought. But I don't want to shit talk Izzy too much because I will have Dizzy and 4 Labradors at my front door. I've already read that. Thoughts on how Sage Northcote's career has ended up going. I think fucking Cosmo probably kills a lot of people with that shot. So props to Sage for surviving it. And I know he's coming off a win, right? So, but you could have probably called Sage Northcote from day one. You know what I mean? He was never going to be a champion. Dana just got wet for fucking Sage and Paige. Sage and Paige. But yeah, I guess I don't know. Izzy botched. Izzy has moon worship energy. I have moon worship energy, bro. I don't know what moon worship energy means, but I feel like that's me. It's criminal to have Northcote fight in Shinyaoki. Yeah, it's criminal to have Northcote fighting anybody, to be honest, at this point. The guy should be fucking doing OnlyFans or some shit. Fuck ONE FC, bro. What the fuck are you doing? Adesanya is what TikTok would be if it was a person. Yeah, for real. That's a good way of putting it. I mean, even the fucking like, do you know he made such a big deal about his nails being painted that even the people that like for example, he was saying, "Oh, what's wrong? A man can't get his nails painted." The men that get their nails painted even was like, "Izzy, shut the fuck up, bro. You're making us look terrible." Like he was like, "Yeah, I've got what they called something tips." You know what you got? The white thing when you get like the white tips on the end of your fingers. I don't know. I'm not going down that fucking rabbit hole of false nails, but even the men that wear nails were probably like, "Izzy, bro, you're cringe. Take them off." I'll put him on skates, botched. Oh fucking hell. That's almost as bad as he couldn't box eggs if he worked in an egg boxing factory. That's probably as bad as that. You know what I mean? Your chat won't get these inside jokes. Well, they're gonna have to learn, bro. I mean, some anime aren't bad, but I like Death Note, and that's about it. I'm not talking shit on anime. I'm talking shit on. Well, I suppose I am talking shit on anime. Anime is kind of cringe. A lot of it. Frosted Tips. No, no, no. That's not right. That's not right. That's not right. Look here. 2 bum asses said Frosted Tips. Get your nail game up, boys. Frosted Tips is a hairstyle. I can't remember what it's called. French manicure. Frosted Tips of hair. See, Devin knows, bro. Devin's. Well, why does Devin know? That's the question I'm asking. I used to like Izzy because he liked Naruto and did the hand signs, but dude just kept getting cringier and cringier. Yeah, let me say, Cyberpunk Edge Runners on Netflix is one of the only animes I've ever watched where I thought, wow, this is like just as good as like all the other great TV shows that I've seen in my life. Um, other than that, I struggle to get through anime. Do you know what the worst part about anime is for me? It's the way it's how they voice the characters. Like because obviously, right? Let's say this, right? Let's say I'm sat here streaming, right? And somebody walks into the door. Somebody comes in the room, right? In a normal thing, I would be like, you know what I'm saying? That's how I would, as an actor, I would just look and acknowledge the person. But because it's animation, they have to make sure that you understand that he acknowledged somebody coming into the room. So in anime, someone will come in the room and they're like, huh? You know what I mean? I fucking hate that shit, bro. Huh? Oh, kill yourself. No, don't kill yourself. Shout out all my anime enjoyers. Just not for me. Just not for me. Put me on some good animes, bro. If you give me a good anime about like a steel plate armored knight, swords and shields and shit, I'll be there. I'll be there. I literally only know what frosted tips are because of Strickland. Yeah, well, Strickland got it wrong as well. They're called. I think Devin got it right. The French tips. French tips. That's what it is. French tips. Oh my god, him mocking Alex's son was so whack. Reddit loved it though. I thought that was quite kind of funny actually, to be honest. It takes a very brave man to do that on national TV. You know what I'm saying? Be that petty publicly, like fair enough. Call me crazy, but I think Colby's going to beat Leon by decision. I don't think he's crazy. I think when you're objectively looking at it, if you had to say who would get a finish in this fight, it's Leon. Who's most likely to win the decision? It's Colby, right? But I'd go Leon by decision personally. That's how I think. I just like Death Note because it's not so over the top, more of a slow burn, at least for the first half of the show. I have actually seen Death Note. So I'm sitting here talking shit, but I have actually seen it. And yeah, that was pretty cool. That was pretty cool. In anime, they always be saying, huh, for everything. Yeah, man. And like, do you know when they stutter? Do you ever find that like when somebody does a stutter in a script in like a TV show, they just fuck it? Like it doesn't sound like a real stutter. Anime is really bad for that. Like, so if somebody's got a gun to somebody's head and they're like, "Give me the money," right? And the guy's saying, like, "I don't have no money," you'd be like, "I, I, I, I don't have the money." It's like, oh, bro, please put me out my misery, bro. Dude kept hard feelings for a 5-year-old kid for 7 damn years. Yeah, man, but it was pretty funny, you know what I mean? I can't lie. The Berserk movies are amazing. Studio Ghibli anime movies are amazing. I have seen, not the Berserk movies, I've seen the Berserk TV show, some of it. And my girlfriend is absolutely obsessed with Studio Ghibli. So I've seen a lot of them. What ones have I seen? My girlfriend has like Studio Ghibli tattoos and shit, you know what I mean? So I'm aware of those. Anime is whack, but that Berserk is what Souls is based off of. You know, Berserk is fire. Guts, the main guy with the big fucking sword. Berserk is fire. Who you got, Rachmanov or Wonder Boy? I honestly think Wonder Boy could knock him out because Shavkat looked very hittable against Neil. Rachmanov, bet your house on it. He does look he looks hittable because he is hittable. He doesn't move his head. His defense on punches isn't great. But Wonder Boy isn't much of a boxer. But if I tell you what, no matter what we want to say, right, how good Rachmanov is, whatever, if Wonder Boy throws a spinning fucking wheel kick and Shavkat does not move his head out the way of it, or not move his head, you don't want to be trying to slip wheel kicks. But if he's in range and he gets caught by a wheel kick, I think that's game over, bro. I don't know. I don't know what it is about Shavkat and Holland. I think Holland is more of a middle. Like Holland's probably just a bit more tanky, I would say. That's probably a crazy statement. I'm just going to stop talking about this. But my point is, I had Holland smoking Wonder Boy. And Holland, and Wonder Boy did great. So I'm not going to. I know everybody's high on Shavkat, but he doesn't move his head. So I'm a bit worried. Your girlfriend is based then. She is actually, yeah. She's pretty based. Hajime no Ippo is a boxing anime that gets me as pumped to train as any boxing kung fu movie. I do know that one because every time I say I don't watch anime, right, and people know that I like MMA and stuff, they go, "Oh, you should watch this one, this boxing anime." Because isn't the main guy? What's the main villain in that called? Isn't his name like the name of the TV show? Isn't that the name of the main bad guy or some shit? Who's spamming fruity emojis as well? I don't know who that is. Hunter X Hunter is cringe. Normally, when I know a girl is voicing a guy, I dip from the show. Oh, really? Do you know what's crazy is how many of the Simpsons voices are done by women? That kind of spun my head when I first saw it. Holland is a scrub. He is, but I thought he was going to smoke. I don't know. I don't know. He probably, I guess he is a scrub, but I thought Wonder Boy was over the hill. Is my main point. You know what I mean? Holland's better at like moving with the punch when he gets hit compared to Shavkat. Yeah, exactly. Shavkat literally stands up tall like a fucking flag post. And Holland is a bit more. It's like Shavkat is a toy that is just an old ass toy, and he only bends like kind of one way, and he's kind of stiff. You know what I mean? It's like he gets hit. Even he doesn't get hit and fall with the punch. He gets hit, and he's like, You know what I mean? It's like he's fucking fused in one position. That's me. I didn't realize it would show up like that. Pretty cool. Yes, bro. I saw there's a little heart in the corner of my screen, and I can see when somebody puts the emojis in. And have I finished my J? No, I haven't even been smoking, bro, because I've been talking shit about anime to you lot. Simpsons is mid. You will never get a more agreeable statement for me. I fucking hate The Simpsons. Never watched it. Never thought it was funny. Just King of the Hill is the apex predator. I would come back and say the regular show, or yeah, probably regular show is my favorite. In that realm. Ippo is the main character, but there's no antagonist. It's about a boxing gym, so there's rivalries and champs come and go. I think the manga is still running after 30 years. I might check it out. Is it how bad's the dub? Is ultimately what it comes down to. You know, boys, I still to this day haven't seen Squid Game because I literally I don't want to watch it subbed, right? I don't want to be reading the subtitles instead of watching the TV. And the dub is that bad, in my opinion, that I can't watch it. I can't watch it. I can't get through it. Wife and I watch Squid Game. But you watch it dubbed or subbed, Dev? You watch it. I assume you watched it dubbed. Regular show should have been on Adult Swim. More creative options. Yeah, they always bridged that. They always bridge that gap, right, between like a kids show and like an Adult Swim type show. I'm not sure. I only watched the subtitled version. I'm sure the dub is ass though. Are we talking about Ippo? I don't know if I'm saying that right. Ippo. I think I watched most of Ippo dubbed, and it's good both ways. I watched it dubbed. Okay, so you're talking about Squid Game. Yeah, I'll give it a go. I'll give it a go. I need to find a way to watch anime where my friends on my Xbox can't see that I'm on fucking Crunchyroll. You know what I mean? I don't want anybody seeing I'm on Crunchyroll, bro. I'd rather they see me watching fucking. I was gonna make a joke that I definitely shouldn't have said. So I'll leave it there. I will incriminate myself. But yeah, Rachmanov most likely, but I'm not counting Wonder Boy or Tony out of these fights, to be honest. I think there's much worse fights for him in the division. I think the matchmaking's actually pretty good. A lot of people complain about the Tony and Paddy fight, but I saw loads of people asking for Tony and Paddy before they made it. So I think they fucking listened to the fans, to be honest, with that. But it can't be worse. All you have to tell yourself, right? It can't get any worse than the Michael Chandler KO. It can't. How can it? What, he dies? He doesn't fucking get back up? That's not the only way it gets worse. Obviously, I don't want to be jinxing that, but there's no way it gets worse than that. So whatever happens to Tony, right? Paddy Pimblett is not Michael Chandler. He's not going to kill him. So it'll be okay. As a martial arts nerd, Wonder Boy versus Holland was my favorite of the year. I think it felt like a local smoker tournament. What was I about to ask you? I actually had something to ask you the other day, Isaiah, and I completely forgot. Did I ask you what you trained? I think I did. I can't remember what it was. I just remember thinking, oh, I forgot to ask. Paddy Flying Triangles, Tony. I just watched a documentary on the Wagner Group. Let's talk about that. I'm too stupid to chime in on that, bro. All I know about Wagner is they got fucking sniped out of the air by somebody or some shit, right? A jet crashed. I couldn't tell you what's happening in Israel and Palestine. I couldn't tell you what's happening with the fucking Wagner stuff. I honestly am just off the fucking, you know what I mean? I literally don't care about any of that shit. I know that's kind of ignorant, but yeah. I don't know what my point was there, but yeah, I don't know what you're talking about with the Wagner Group. Rachmanov versus media trained. No, I'm being serious, bro. I'm being genuinely serious. You know, I'm not gonna say free. Like, I know this is gonna sound fucked, right? I don't mean like Israel are fucking in the right, obviously, right? But I wouldn't put. A lot of people see like people saying free Palestine, right, and would just share something to their story. But I don't. I haven't really looked into it enough to do shit like that. It's the same with like the Wagner stuff. Like, I would just rather completely stay away from all of it. And you'll never catch me debating anybody on shit I don't know about. I would never do that. So, but yeah, media trained is BJJ boxing and Wing Chun. Oh yeah, yeah, yeah. No, no, we did speak about it because Wing Chun. Yeah, 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 because you was like the one with the wooden dummy and stuff, right? Yeah, no, no, no. Do you know what's funny is after you said that, did you see that Ferguson put the video on of him fucking with the wooden dummy literally like a couple of days ago? Crazy timing. Ferguson watches Left Hook Harry stream, confirmed. What? Look up the Wagner Group. They're kind of wild. What? You just want me to Google Wagner Group into my search engine, bro? Do you want me to be put on a list, Devin? I know that the Wagner Group are something to do with like they're like enemies of Russia or some shit, right? It's a Russian state-funded private military, right? Okay. The first article is why Wagner is winning hearts in the Central African Republic. Devin, brother, watch some fucking Always Sunny in Philadelphia, bro. Why would you? I couldn't not sit there and watch documentaries on this shit. It just makes you realize how fucked the world is, bro. You know what I mean? Watch Is It Cake? You know that thing on Netflix where people are like, "Oh, is this shaker or is it a cake?" That's my shit, bro. Let me watch that. I'm okay with the Wagner stuff. They set up shop in Africa and are training African militaries. Oh my god, bro. Yeah, that's I don't know nothing about that, bro. But I know that the Wagner leader got clapped, right? He died in a plane along with like the guy that was supposed to succeed him or something. I've got a guy I played DayZ with that's always talking about fucking Wagner, bro. But like I said, I don't really pay attention. So I couldn't even tell you. Oh, there he is. I thought I lost my fucking dog. Yeah, after he tried to take over Russia. Yeah, so that was why is my camera not focusing? So that was what the fuck is going on, bro? What is my camera focusing on right now? I need to give it something to focus on. All right, my camera will focus on me in a second, I guess. Apologize for the weird blur, but the gang trains African militaries. Yeah, yeah. That's I wouldn't put it past them. They're shutting down your stream for talking about Wagner. Fuck, bro. I was lying, boys. I'm not oblivious. I'm actually part of this whole thing. You'd have actually seen me in that Netflix documentary, Dev. Just kind of sat in the back of one of these sort of African military trained things, just like being a Sigma, you know what I mean? Just showing them how to fucking shoot. It was a Vice doc. Well, you're a bitch then. Almost said a word again that would get me cancelled. Please, you and Dizzy being here is not a good idea, bro. It's the ghost of the Wagner Group leader. Hey, I didn't say anything bad. You know, we're all friends here, bro. Wagner. Vice is tight. No, Vice is tight. Vice actually has a documentary on a friend of mine. It's called something like How Mental Health Derailed the Career of a Professional Skater or something. You should check it out. Why is my camera doing this? Okay, there we go. No? Yeah, there we go. Okay, we're back. I've seen it. That's your bud? Yeah, yeah, that's like he's where he is. So where he gets sectioned in a place called Bradgate Unit, which is literally 5 minutes from my house, bro. That's where he lives. He's still not better. And when I say it's a friend, obviously I use the term loosely because oh shit, I watch that Vice video all the time. For real? Are we talking about the same let's make sure we're talking about the same person, boys. Because I know that Vice have done one about that American skateboarder that killed himself. So I'm not sure if we're talking about the same guy. But obviously, I say friend just to save, just to cut out all the bullshit. He's not like a friend of mine, but he's like we went to the same school. He was like years above me. Like I know him. You know what I'm saying? I wouldn't call him a friend. He's a bit older than me, but obviously I say friend just to because save me explaining all that. But yeah, how mental illness derailed the career of a promising young skateboarder. 7 million views. Holy shit! I haven't watched this video in like 5 years. I didn't realize it blew up. But yeah, shout out Paul. Um, Definitely the best skater from Leicester. Still gets credited to this day as so. When people talk about the Leicester skate scene, you can't say it without mentioning Paul Alexander. And also, his poster is in my local skate shop. Get Leicester. He's got like a poster in the yeah. Paul Alexander's a legend around here, bro. So it's not 7 million views. That's very surprising, bro. I thought it had like a few hundred K. But yeah, that's like a mutual friend. Playing UFC 4, round 1 through 12 strikes, landed 6. Round 2 through 122, landed 64, 3 knockdowns, 3 leg health events, 3 body events, 3 stuns. Yeah, but you got smoked by Bilal Muhammad yesterday, bro. So that's, yeah, he has crazy pop. Yeah, he does. He has crazy pop and he has crazy board control. That shit that you see in the documentary, you know, when he was on his back, kicking the board, just the deck with no wheels or trucks on it. A lot of people do that in Leicester. So our skate team is Get Leicester. We also have Baghead, and on their skating tapes, they will always include some clips doing that to like pay tribute to Paul. How do I remember that? How could I forget that, bro? How could I forget that? You're the first you're the first finish of Bilal Muhammad's fucking UFC 4 career, bro, because that game was made before the Brady fight. So he got knocked out by Bilal and gave him his first fucking KO win. Yeah, Paul Alexander. That's crazy that you guys have seen that. Makes me happy though. I was about to ask you if you skate. Yeah, I skate, bro. A lot more than I mean, I used to a lot more. So I'm 25 and I'm at the gym and I'm creaking. I'm getting old. I have a fucked up back. So, but yeah, I'll always skate a little bit. I don't have my deck in here, but I have a super OG Birdhouse Tony Hawk fucking Witch Doctor deck, and it's fire, bro. Question for you in the chat: Are are video games beneficial to life, or are they just time wasters that mostly have a negative impact? I'm gonna spark my joint and be quiet. Can everybody else explain to Devin your opinion on video games, and if as an adult man such as myself, right, might not look it, but I am an adult male, right, can't grow a beard, but I'm halfway there. Should I be playing video games, or, and I know it's the grown-up decision, right, as our friend Clive said, some things have to go. In your opinion, chat, if you start, let's say you're 30 years old, right, and you have a wife and you have shit to do and you have a few hours a day, if that, well, let's not even say that, right? Because that's completely hypothetical. Let's just put it down to this: does fucking are video games? Should you be playing video games as an adult? Should you be playing video games as a grown ass man, or is that kind of like you should be putting your priorities elsewhere and focusing on other things? And they're kind of, it's a time waster, right? You should be doing other things. Like, what's your opinion? To be honest, round 1, I was just fainting like too much and setting traps. Yeah, okay, bro. They're beneficial in a way that movies, TV shows, etc. are. Yeah, for real. If you had to pick a publisher to take the rights from EA besides THQ, who you picking? Oh, and then you say 2K? Definitely not 2K. Nobody like that. Probably somebody we don't even know about. Not Steel City either, because they've fucked Undisputed. I guess me. Give it me, bro. I'll learn how to develop the fucking game. My mama Dukes owns a skate shop. Your mama Dukes, is that like your mum? Like, I'm sorry, bro. Is that your dog? That's the only mama Duke I know, bro. What's your best and worst lift, calisthenics and weights? I don't do calisthenics because I'm still like fucking 240, bro. I'm still way too heavy for that shit. And my best lift, are you talking what's my best lift as in what's the most weight I can move with anything? Or are you talking like what's my bench? My bench is like 225, nothing crazy, not 100 kg. Video games are in the same place as movies, TV show, all of that shit, bro. I agree. You should put your priorities elsewhere, but they're not harmful to play for an hour or two at the end of the day. I say vids are on the bottom of the totem pole, and if push comes to shove, they get ditched. Video games. You're the only person that calls video games vids, Devin. Please stop doing it, bro. Stop trying to make vids happen. People can do what they want as hobbies, even if you're a grown man. Hey, I didn't say it. Um, Put my mum a hair tie on, used it as a wristband, forgot about it 3 hours later. My right wrist looks kind of swollen, no blood. So, okay, okay. Do you want me to call an ambulance, brother? It depends on the games. Um, I agree to an extent, but I mean, what do you mean? What, a grown ass man? I can't play Mario Kart. Is that what you're saying, Wabisco? I'm 242, 240 gang. I'm probably like a little bit under 240 now. Haven't weighed in about 4 or 5 days, so I would hope that I'm just under 240. But I used to be 308 pounds. So somebody asked me what's my best lift and stuff. I don't know if you said weight in there. I don't know if he means what the high, the most I weighed, but yeah, 308 pounds. Big guy. Dev's just trying to justify not playing video games, even though he wants to. Hey, I'm not even going to comment on it, bro. If Devin doesn't want to play video games, even though he just won $200 from that SFC shit, like 100 fucking $200 from a video game competition, and then within a month says that you can't gain anything from video games, let him do it. Whatever you want to do, Dev. Yeah, it's me mum. Yeah, it's me mum. Yeah, your mum owns a skate shop. That's cool as fuck, bro. I'm on 106 kg height. I'm like 6'2". I'm like in between 6'2" and 6'3", somewhere like that. So I don't know. I'm like nearly 2 meters, not nearly 2 meters tall, but like I don't know. I need to measure myself, but I'm over 6'2", not quite 6'3". It's probably better to stick to playing video games only with your kids. When you're older, it'd probably be weird to play a lot alone. You think so? I don't agree with that. Um, I think being an adult makes you appreciate video games more. It makes you appreciate, you know, the story of a video game. Like, for example, let's say you're a kid, right? And you play a game like The Last of Us. That I'm about to spoil the intro to The Last of Us if nobody's played it. I'm sorry, cover your ears for the next 15 seconds. But The Last of Us at the beginning, where Joel's daughter dies, as us, right? Kids, fucking teenagers, whatever you want to say, you're just watching it like, yeah, that's kind of sad. But if you have a kid, if you're the same age as fucking Joel, it's gonna hit a little bit harder, you know what I'm saying? Um, Devin, you need to chill out. It's not our fault. Your wife controls your life and said it's a waste of time. Devin, fight back, bro. I can't do this for you. Does he shut the fuck up, bro? Hey, listen, you can't be speaking about Mrs. Devon, bro. I'm gonna have to put my foot in the middle. I'm gonna have to ride out for Mrs. Devon right now. It's Devon's choice. He would rather be doing other things. He says they're a waste of time, but I know it's probably a phase. I know. Oh, fucking hell. I just nearly kicked my whole shit over. I know that you will be back on Elden Ring at some point, Dev. I know that you will be back doing title mode runs with Pride Vitor Belfort soon. Um, whatever you've got to do, bro. I'm actually dead. Dizzy, shut up. Guy just pulled the giant hog out of me. He pulled the 2.6 hog cycle out. If anybody gets that reference, I absolutely love you, bro. 2.6 hog cycle. What do you know about that, boys? Playing some Black Ops 2 zombies while listening to the stream. What round do you want? You know what? All I wanted in school was to be a good zombies player. I used to think it was so cool, these zombies YouTubers. But I was always fucking terrible at zombies, man. It scares me. I can't play zombies solo, even today. I don't like the um the windows. You know how they get smacked and the board comes off and you have to fucking board the windows back up. I hate that shit, bro. It gives me so much anxiety for some reason. Clash Royale, that's my guy right there. Devin acting like we weren't running duos last night. Duos? Hey yo, relax. Shit, I almost just pulled the fucking mic out. You'll log me all day. Oh, you'll log me all day. That's why it's 2.6, Brody. I'll send another one straight in. How long are you waiting for that log, my boy? I liked the OG zombies the best. The scariest for real. What was it like? Nacht. I can't speak German, obviously, so I'm gonna butcher it. But that Nacht Untoten map, stuff of nightmares, bro. Harry, my last two recent YouTube videos, smoke streams. Yeah, well, bro, I enjoy. Do you know what I would have done if I wouldn't have hopped on stream? I would have sat on my phone with this joint in my hand, just like I am now, and I would have just scrolled through shit, spoke to people on Discord, and now it's what time is it? It's 20 minutes to 3 a.m. and I probably only would have now sat up. Harry, do you have the N word filtered or something, bro? No, I don't. I don't have anything filtered. If you're trying to type the N word in and it's not letting you, that's probably because that's racist, brother. YouTube probably doesn't want you to type that. But no, I don't have anything filtered. Nothing at all. Kino de Toten is the goat. I'll die on this hill. Is Kino the one with the theater? Or is Kino? Yeah, Kino is the theater, right? Yeah, I agree. I actually really like transit as well. I don't know how everyone feels about transit. I know a lot of my friends hate transit, and I'm like, what? Why? Damn, I forgot you're across the Atlantic. It's only 9:30 over here. I am across the Atlantic, bro. But Isaiah, if you go out of your door and you look up at the moon, and I can see the moon out of my window, we're looking at the same moon, brother. So we're not too far away. I read a poem about that when I was a kid, and it fucked me up for life. It fucked me up for life, bro. Like a long distance couple, they would go out and look at the moon, and they would be so far away, but they're both looking at the same thing, and it's trippy, right? That sounded weirdly romantic and a little gay. If it only sounded a little gay, bro, then I didn't do my job right. Damn deep, for real, bro. Go look at the moon. Everyone, go look at the moon. I'll look at the moon. We're all looking at the same thing. Literally, we're looking at the same thing, bro. You know what I mean? It's crazy. Transit is what I'm playing. Most nostalgic map for me. You're playing solo transit, bro. Fuck that. A little gay is allowed? Yeah, come on. I'm sat here with nose piercings and face tats in a pink beanie, boys. I can't really be, you know what I'm saying? What do you expect other than a little poem here and there? Harry, we should have 7 kids and move to Thailand and meet the IG comment kid. Who the fuck is the IG comment kid? And why do we need to go to Thailand to have 7 kids, bro? What's your goal weight? I think I had a beautiful dream, right? When I was fucking 300 pounds, that when all this weight was gone, I would be like 170, 185 or some shit, right? Like that was kind of my goal, 185. But I've lost a lot of weight. I know all the weight's clinging onto my face. I have a super chubby face. All the fat that I've lost so far has come off like my stomach, my chest, my legs, all of that kind of shit. But I thought at this point, being 240, I thought I would be much bigger, but I'm not. I've lost most of it. So I'm still 240 now, and I haven't got that much more to lose. I've probably got another 30 pounds, 20 pounds, 30 pounds before I need to like build muscle, you know what I mean? Before I can't really cut any more weight. So I'm still going to be like 210, 215 lean, which is kind of a bummer. It's nice to be a, I don't want to weigh like 140 or some shit. If I had the choice to weigh like 210 or like be under 200 pounds, I guess I would choose over. But I was surprised at how heavy I still am, even though a lot of body fat is gone. And I think that has to do with stuff like bone density and stuff. I'm off bed. I got to be up at 8 and Alex Caceres, champion 2024. I got clowned for putting Alex Caceres on a kickboxing tier list, bro. Alex Caceres is my boy, so I don't agree with you, but shout out Alex Caceres. What does your diet consist of? I'll wake up. So I lost a lot of the weight with 1 meal a day. So, and that 1 meal a day used to be anything, whatever I decided to cook at work. But now I'm on a much better diet. I'm on a low fat, high protein, moderate carb diet. So I will wake up, have like 2 eggs with some like spinach leaves, slam a protein shake, go to the gym, come back from the gym, go to work, make maybe like chicken breast, like Cajun chicken with like tuna. Like I just throw a bunch of protein on a plate with some salad. I don't really track because I've been tracking calories for that long. I can kind of tell what I'm eating, so I'm not even really tracking calories anymore. I probably should be. But yeah, just basically what you would expect: healthy eating, but not super healthy. Like with my chicken breast, I'll put Cajun season on it and have probably like mayo with it, and might have chips fries one day. You know what I mean? I don't beat myself up over it because I go to the gym every day, and I think going to the gym every day. People say you can't out train a bad diet. It is true. You can out train a mid diet, which is kind of how I've lost the weight. You know, I haven't just been eating chicken and broccoli twice a day for the past 6 months. We're on Paulo Costa's weight. We are on Paulo Costa's weight on fight week. How much does Paulo balloon back up to? The big boned excuse. Yeah, for real. I guess so. But it's annoying because I wanted to take a fight for charity, right? An MMA fight. But all of the guys that I would be fighting are gonna be my weight and they're all gonna be monsters, bro. So I don't want to like I weigh more than I look like I weigh. So I feel like they would be bigger than me. You know what I mean? I'm mad that you ain't put Yair on the kickboxing list, brother. Even if he's lower tiers, I thought he deserved it. Did I not put Yair Rodriguez? Are you sure? I'm pretty sure I did. No, I hope I did. Um, I don't care for weight. I care for fight. Yeah, relatable. What do you train? I train mainly. I train like just weightlifting and swimming, and I'm in the gym more than I'm in like the fight gym. I guess you'd want to call it, but in that sense, I just train MMA. Whatever classes. So like Monday, it's like K1. Tuesday is no gi, Wednesday they might be doing like just an MMA class, might that specific day that might entail like clinching, it might entail bad positions. Um we did a whole hour just on the S grip, literally a whole fucking hour's lesson just on how to keep the S grip. And you know, I don't have any intentions of fighting. I just train because makes me feel like I'm doing some shit. You know what I mean? Are you saying you want to beat on smaller? Of course, bro. What are you talking about? Of course. Give me somebody I can flatline, jump on the fucking cage, bro, and point to my mum with like tears in my eyes, like, I'm a fucking, you know what I mean? Let me live my dream, bro. Let me KO somebody for charity, please. I don't want to fight a 6'4" fucking 250 guy. I'm not built like that. I train UFC. Yeah, I do. I train Pride, bro. Pause. But yeah, I am saying I want to beat smaller guys. Like, it's a charity fight, bro. I have no integrity for that shit. It's a one-off MMA fight. Oh, you're a pride boy. I'm a pride boy, bro. Oh, wait, chill. No, I'm not. I'm a pride boy. I'm not a proud boy. I'm not racist. I'm just gay. I'll take you. Let's go, Mazza, bro. Me and you, mano a mano. Do a weight cut stream. A weight cut stream. A weight cut. Like, you want me to fucking cut weight for a fight? I quit school to fight for a few years and saw somebody break their neck and got paralyzed. So I reassessed what I really wanted to pursue. I've said this many times. The first time I got taken down, the first time I got double legged, my head hit the fucking mat and I couldn't barely turn my head. My neck was fucked for like 2 weeks. And that made me realize, damn, like this MMA shit's crazy. You know what I mean? To train MMA and be hard spar, like I hard spar, but I'm not in pro classes. Um, I'm not even in AMI classes. I'm just in the fucking classes that other people that work and just do it part-time are in, you know what I mean? So I'm sparring with people that I can hold my own, you know what I mean? But and that still hurts, I'll still get a leg kick checked and be limping at work for the next 2-3 days. There's so many times where I'm like considering going training because I'm still sore from the last one. My arm will get overextended, whatever it is. So I can't imagine being in pro classes. The scary shit, bro. It's always funny when the pros train in the morning, right? So I go to the gym in the morning and then I train there at night. So in the morning, I always see the pros come in, but obviously I'm in the normal gym. which is downstairs. So I see all the pros come in, bro, and like I actually recognize a couple of them. You know what I mean? From like Cage Warriors, and they're in the Dan Hardy circle. They're in the Rough House circle. But Jimmy Wallhead, who is retired now, but he was just Cage Warriors champ, and then he just lost the belt and retired. He's in there every day. He's like head coach. So I guess I would say like he's my head coach if I had to pick one, which is a pretty cool fucking head coach to have, you know. We on the same weight. I don't know your experience, but let's go. Fighting experience, actually competing. I have zero experience. Well, I don't have zero. I have like two boxing fights that were just gym fights, you know. But I used to box when I was like, I boxed when I was like 11 to like 13, and then again when I was like 15 to like 17. Never took it super serious. Would just go because I loved boxing, you know. And then I found an MMA gym because where I used to live, there wasn't an MMA gym for like miles and miles and miles. It was just boxing. So I had no choice. You know what I mean? And I used to ask some of the guys, like there was this one guy there that kickboxed. And I said to him, bro, is there an MMA gym anywhere? And he was just like, no. It was like, you got to drive like 2 hours. But now they're everywhere. And where I live has one of the best in the country, I think. So very lucky for that. I could probably fight a lightweight. I'd only have to cut 80 pounds. Yeah, I'd only have to cut my fucking arm off, bro. Um, when did you start training? Would you do the Misfits boxing? Absolutely, I would do the Misfits boxing. I've always said this. The influence of boxing is the only way that somebody like me is ever going to feel what it's like to be a pro fighter and kind of live that fantasy out. You know, pre and post fight press conferences, weigh-ins, face-offs, the whole thing. That they get treated like pro fighters. So yeah, absolutely, I would do it. I've seen Keemstar offer fights to people with like 2K subs. They just need what's the weight? We need a guy for this weight. You need to have like 2K subs. So give me like a year. You know what I'm saying? Christmas next year, if influencer boxing still popping, um, I'll do it, bro. Have you peeped Sam Hyde stuff he fought on Misfits? Yeah, I know Sam Hyde very well, bro. He's an internet legend. Um, I, I just watched the Lost Leonardo Saturday. You should check it out. What? No. I'm scared to even read your messages out, Devin. I have to fucking investigate each letter to make sure you're not slipping something in that's going to get me fucking cancelled. Harry, I'm 5'11" with 83-inch. Not talking about reach. I've got pretty small reach for my height. I'm like 6'2", and my reach is like 74 and a half. No, wait, what is my reach? Yeah, 74 and a half, I think it is. It's either 74 and a half or 76 and a half. But I have pretty short arms. You know what I mean? Which just sucks. You know what I mean? I fucking hate that it is that. Remember when you get that Misfits money? That Misfits money is about fucking 3 grand, bro, at that level. But I'll take it. I'm a heavyweight as well, I guess. Even if I lost all my weight, I'm still probably 210, 215. So I guess cruiserweight or heavy. I guess it'd be heavyweight. What is boxing heavyweight? Like, what's the weight limit? Honestly, couldn't even tell you. Another atmosphere, it's way heavier. Oh, Paulo Costa and other UFC guys came to my gym to train. I can't see myself even trying to train with the pros. It's crazy. Yeah, it's way heavy. It is. It is. And you know, I've popped my head in with the pro classes a few times. You know, I've just gone upstairs because there's like a food vending machine upstairs next to the cage. Bro, their gym is like one of the nicest gyms I've ever seen on embedded on any video. HW1 is one of the nicest gyms I've ever seen. You go in, right? There's a cage, but the whole room is just one big white mat, and the walls are white, and it's an amazing gym, bro. It's huge. Change your name to FaZe Harry. FaZe Harry, bro. Can I not have a cooler name than that? I'm 6'1" with 72-inch reach, but my legs are the same length as Pajero. I have longer legs than arms too. Yeah, 70. If you're 6'1" with a 72-inch reach, that makes me think it was definitely 74 and a half, not 76 and a half. So, yeah, 74 and a half reach I have. I trained with Gabriel Checo once in Las Vegas. I'm lucky he was very nice. Do you train in Vegas, or did you go to Vegas to train with Gabriel? My triceps are fucked, man. Mason Fowler was also a stud. I worked with him in Chicago. I'm not sure who Mason Fowler is, to be honest, bro. Put me on. It's not ringing a bell. I'm drinking water out of my protein shaker, and I had strawberry milkshake in there earlier, and it tastes like fucking. It does not taste good. I might have to genuinely go change that soon. I traveled to both spots. I'm from Indy, home of Chris Lytle, Indiana. He's an amazing grappler. Mason Fowler. Yeah, I'm not familiar. I won't lie. That's vile. Yeah, it is fucking vile, bro. It's like it's just like a hint of strawberry milkshake and then just like tap water. You know what I mean? Not great. Misfits would love you because your name is Left Hook Harry. Perfect marketing. And I tell you what, depending on who they gave me, I would make sure that I fucking KO'd them with a left hook as well. Like, let's matchmake, right? If I got offered a fight right now, who is there in the heavyweight division? There's Tempo Arts, there's Chase Demore. Tempo Arts would be a tough one just because he's got a big blockhead. I feel like I wouldn't be able to fucking finish him. Chase Demore, I think I'd smoke Chase Demore. I'm not even being like big headed. Chase Demore's fucking terrible. Harley Morenstein, the Epic Mealtime guy, would probably fuck me up. He's just too big. Jake the Viking would probably fuck me up. He's just too big. These guys are like 6'5", 6'. 6'5/6'6". Who else is there? I don't know. Bring somebody else. You know what I mean? Bring somebody else from. Give me MMA Joey or something, bro. You know what I mean? Mason Fowler is a pro grappler. He holds a win over Craig Jones and was supposed to fight Gordon Ryan on Saturday, but Gordon pulled out. Why did he pull out? You see, Gordon cut his hair and shaved his beard and shit as well. Salt Poppy looks like a heavyweight. Not anymore, bro. He's fucking super skinny now. Alex Pereira left hook star all day. Somebody actually asked me if the channel was named after Alex Pereira because when I originally made the channel, the picture with Nick Diaz with all the weed plants behind him is my picture now, but originally it was like a cool ass picture of Pereira. Somebody was like, "Oh, left hook because of Pereira," and I was like, "Oh yeah, maybe I should change that." You know what I mean? And then somebody else said the other day, "Oh, you got left hook Harry from Lionheart Smith because he calls Bisping left hook Kalari," and I was like, "No, don't do that. You know what I mean? Don't say that Anthony Smith gave me my fucking channel name because I will change it in a heartbeat. The algorithm will fucking hate it, bro. But don't associate me and Anthony Smith in the same sentence, please." Fight Boogie. Oh god, Boogie had smoked my ass, bro. He's like fucking 300 odd pounds. I'm not the man I once was, bro. Put 2021 me in there, bro, with Boogie, and I'll probably have a heart attack. You versus MMA Guru. Again, probably too big. Guru's like, what, 6? No, he's only a tiny bit bigger than me. Guru says that he has Taekwondo experience, right? But I have boxing experience. So although none of us really have much experience at all, my little bit of experience gives me a little advantage. So I'd be semi-confident against Guru. I also think he would be absolutely shitting himself because of how people. Because if he lost, no matter if it was me, no matter if it was somebody else, if he lost, he knows that there's a lot of people out there that hate him. There's going to be a lot of fighters that tweet that picture of him on the canvas. You know what I mean? I don't think Guru would ever take a fight. I think it would be scary shit for him. Where if I go in there and I get smoked, who gives a fuck, right? I'm just a dumb fucking stoner on YouTube talking about fights. Like Guru has people like Casey O'Neill trying to put 15 grand hits from the fucking mafia on his head. How did I rate Khalil's finish of Anthony Smith? Yeah, beautiful. Lead uppercut to well, it was a bit more of a left hook than a straight, but yeah, beautiful. Always a fan of anything that comes off a lead uppercut. Super happy with. It was also a bit of a Superman punch. If you watch it back, Khalil's back foot came off the mat, and I seen people on Twitter saying Fucking oh well, this one guy said on Twitter, "Oh my god, MMA striking will never improve. Khalil's back foot is literally off the ground when he throws that straight, and it still rocked Anthony Smith." And it's like, first of all, the straight hurt him, yeah, but the lead uppercut is what rocked him. Second of all, people have been dropped multiple times by fucking Superman punches. You don't need to drive your back foot, twist it with a straight. We've seen Deontay Wilder fucking KO people in boxing with a swatting right hand as he's moving backwards with his eyes closed. You know what I mean? If you're a striking purist, go watch 4 ounce Muay Thai and go be a little hardcore Muay Thai fan on Twitter with Jamie and all them lot, because MMA, you just sound dumb. You know what I'm saying? You sound dumb. How many terrible strikers have we seen in MMA that make shit work? You know what I mean? I have an MMA channel too. Let's collab. Let's do it, bro. I keep saying this to everybody. If anybody's got an MMA channel, you know what I mean? Let's do some shit. Free speech will be devastated, but that's why I wouldn't lose. Free speech is like my version of MMA's 150k fucking fan base. You know what I mean? I'd feel more pressure for loot from letting us down than he would letting them down. There's no way that I would. You smoke Guru? I don't know if I'd smoke him, but it depends how game he is. Depends. Because I know I'm a bit of a bitch in a lot of ways, right? And I know I'm probably, some people look at me and probably like, oh, that guy's whatever. But one thing I can say, and I'm not trying to sound like a gangster or whatever, right? One thing I can say is I am game for it. I would be game for it. I would train. I'd cringe myself out thinking I'd be getting up at 4 a.m. to go for jogs, bro, thinking I'm Mike Tyson. Like, I know how I would take it, and I'm game for it. So, bro, I'll be on them Misfits cards, even if it's Happy Punch prelims, bro. You might see me on there. I'm not even capping. If I can get to like 10k subs in a year, this time next year, 10k subs at least, I think that's achievable. I think I could probably DM Keemstar and be like, "Yo, I'm a heavyweight, or whatever weight I am. Throw me in there with whoever on a prelim. Pay me the minimum wage. I don't care. I'll be in there, bro." And after smoking MMA Guru, I'll get on the mic and go, "I manifested this. This is my moment. I manifested this." MMA commentator bracket tournament. Let's go. Yeah, the Weasel is probably one of the most skilled, or Jack Slack, but the Weasel's a 145er, and Jack Slack, I actually don't know, but there's no chance he's a heavyweight. So it would be me in heavyweight. It'd be me, Guru, MMA Joey. Again, nobody knows what bedtime looks like either. Bedtime could be a heavyweight, but I doubt it. Who would it be? Me, Guru, Joey. Who else talks about MMA and is fat? You know what I mean? Who else is there? I actually don't know. I don't think there is anybody else, is there? Me, Guru, and Joey. I don't watch enough MMA YouTubers to. Let's say I wouldn't be a heavyweight though at that point. If I'm 205, what's boxing like 200-pound division? What is that? Is that cruiserweight? Because who's in cruiserweight in Misfits? Isn't cruiserweight like KSI? Oh, it's like Jake Paul. Jake Paul's a cruiserweight, right? So I could fight like that weight, not heavyweight. Luke Thomas. Well, Luke Thomas, you think Luke Thomas is a heavyweight? I don't watch Luke Thomas, but from what I see of him, he doesn't look that big. 200 pounds is heavyweight. Buddha, yeah, well, 200 pounds in boxing is heavyweight. So is 200 pounds the heavyweight limit? So if you're above 200 pounds, you fight. So me at 200 pounds could fight somebody at 260. Is that what you're saying? Could join you in heavyweight. There's a few people in this chat that said that they're around my weight. Let's all go, boys. Let's start a camp. How big is Keon Kimura? He's definitely not heavyweight. He's lean. He's kind of ripped, but I don't know how big he is, like weight-wise, you know. But I doubt he's a heavyweight. Actually, 200 pounds is the max limit for cruiserweight. My bad. Right, so I could probably cut to 200. But would I want to? Because I feel like in influencer boxing, heavyweight is worse than the 200-pounders. 200-pounders, you got people like Jake Paul, like I said. You got Tommy Fury even fights at like 180, 190. Like even that is Fuck that, bro. I'll fight Guru and Joey, bro. I'll keep the weight on. I'll go in with tits, bro. I don't care. I'm not fighting no 200-pound. Who is like the one guy out of all of these influencer boxers, do you think, right? And let's not say Jake Paul. Who do you think, if you pay attention at all to this influencer boxing shit, who do you think is genuinely like the most technical boxer out of all of them? Because maybe not technical boxer, but like, for example, like Slim, right? If anybody cares about this shit, I'm sorry, I'll keep it brief. But Slim reminds me of Max Holloway or some shit. You know what I mean? Like he's not. With Max Holloway is obviously a lot more technically sound than Slim. But in the world of influencer boxing, where everybody's still pretty novice, I feel like Slim is like Slim, Salt Puppy, fucking Dean the Great. You know those guys. They're actually pretty good, bro. Slim's like 8-0, and he's fought like that Ryan Taylor guy. Fought Tom Zanetti. He's fought some. Tom Zanetti has Muay Thai experience. He came in Thai shorts. So Dean's probably the best. Yeah, Dean is probably the best. Salt Pappy's good. Like obviously, I know he's lost two now, but Salt Pappy is good. He was way too good for somebody with apparently no experience. One thing that I will say is if you're a fight fan, like if you're an MMA fan or you're a boxing fan, a hardcore fan, like you follow it, like all of us follow it in the chat, right? You do have an advantage because you have fight IQ. Fight IQ isn't always learned in the gym, it's learned watching fights. And if you've watched enough fights, you know what the counter is to somebody that's spamming a left hook. You know what I'm saying? You know that if you're southpaw and they're southpaw, I mean, if you're southpaw and they're orthodox, you know that the open side, you know to hit the livers open. You know what I'm saying? You know things that somebody coming brand new doesn't know. So, you know, not a boxer really, but Brandon Buckingham won a Misfits bout, and he's a phenomenal wrestler. He plans to be the first MMA influencer. Brandon Buckingham is a phenomenal wrestler for real. I never knew that. And yeah, if they bring out MMA influencers, if they bring out MMA influencer MMA, there we go. Fucking hell. If they bring out influence MMA, I think I would definitely do it, and I think I'll definitely get on there. Even if I have a tiny channel, I think all the MMA YouTubers, they will almost get like an olive branch and been like, hey, if any of you guys want to come over here, because they know that everyone's fan base will watch it. Imagine MMA Guru doing an MMA fight against like somebody else, or like Lucas Tracy and Bedtime going fucking head to head. Slim always looks tired, but he's still there trading. He has good names on his record. Slim is like a DDP in a sense. Yeah, no, I get that. Good analogy, to be honest. Brandon Buckingham was a high school wrestler. I didn't know about that. Khalija as well. His Plados. I don't even know what that is, bro. What the fuck is that? He won a Naga tournament. I don't know anything about American high school wrestling, bro. I'm sorry, I don't know what any of these things mean. Jeff Chan on influencer MMA, that would be insane. Who's Jeff Chan? Is that who the fuck is Jeff Chan? Is that Brendan's young Jamie? Is that who that is? I don't know who the fuck you're talking about, bro. North American Grappling Association. Oh, okay. MMA shredded, dude. Jeff Chan is a pro MMA fighter. Right, okay. I'm sleeping, boys. I need putting on. But yeah, no. Influence MMA would be fire. I think because that JMX guy did it. He fights on MMA. He fights on these influencer boxing cards, but he's had an amateur MMA fight against like a literal like Ami MMA fighter. Like it wasn't a fucking it wasn't a YouTuber, you know, and he won it by finish. I'm pretty sure. So that people want to do it. MMA shredded is the best. MMA sparring slash technique, etc. channel. Yeah, good shout. You've got like Sensei Seth there as well. You've got there's a bunch of them, right? I'll get in the cage. Just let me be an influencer first, bro. You gotta put the work in. That's the problem. You gotta make the fucking tier lists, Isaiah. They should address me as Guy and left hook Harry's chat. Yeah, but that many people, they would be looking for that like fight so desperately, and like I don't think many people would want to do the influencer MMA. They wouldn't want to transition. So I think they would be desperate for people to come and do it because it's going to be a good fight. You know what I mean? If you get two guys that don't really know what they're doing, you put them in a boxing ring. There's probably a lot of clinching. If you get two guys that don't know what they're doing and you put them in a cage to fight MMA, that's like, you'll really see who the mean bastards are there. You know what I'm saying? Like a lot of people will hit the ground and just want to catch their breath. You'll see some people try and throw elbows. They probably wouldn't allow elbows. Let's be real. You know what? In those charity MMA fights, they don't even let you throw head kicks. When I was applying, well, when I was looking to applying at first, the head kicks, you can't throw head kicks. You can't throw ground and pound. It's kind of stupid. Imagine you crack someone, you drop them, and you have to just like, you know what I mean? I would naturally just start throwing hammer fists, bro. I'd be like, oh, I'm sorry, I didn't realize. Yeah, Seth, all those guys are cool, but Jeff Chan's like a legit, actually good fighter. He's got a Muay Thai pro record, fought in one championship, etc. Yeah. No, good point. There's a few ex fighters on YouTube that do it well. There's that one guy, is Sean Jones. Yeah, I was literally about to say him. Yeah, Sean Jones. There's him as well. I would teep a knee like crazy, but I don't have the balls to get in there an elbow. Yeah, I don't think they allowed knees in that charity shit either. But influencer MMA, I wonder how far they go because influencer boxing is pretty it's pretty similar to pro boxing, right? It's not like they wear headgear or anything, so Striking Thoughts is an underrated channel. I learn more there than Jeff Chan. Striking Thoughts, not sure who that is. Oh wait, is that the guy that does like the statistic breakdowns of like the fights? Like he goes through like what strike they throw the most and shit like that. His videos are like, let's look at the data behind Yuri Prohaska versus Alex Pereira. Is it that guy? Gabriel Verga too, even though he's a pro kickboxer. Yeah, but it's all retainable shit, isn't it? I'd imagine they'd run it the same, but 3 2-minute rounds. That's true. 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 My cardio is still terrible. You know what I mean? I'm not there yet. I'm still got a lot of body fat on me, right? So my cardio is trash. And when sparring, they kind of give us the option. Like, so if I spar a friend here, for example, right, 3-minute rounds, I'm golden. I can do them over and over and over again, and I'm calm. You bump that shit to 4 minutes, 5 minutes is another level, bro. I'm like to go 5 minutes, that last minute, I'm dying. Not the last minute, the last 40 seconds, I'm dying. The amount of damage that I take in the last 40 seconds of a 5-minute round is like somebody would see that from a mile away and just be like, oh, okay, I just need to get him there. It doesn't matter if I go full volume. It doesn't matter if I throw jabs and leg kicks for 4 minutes. It doesn't matter what I do, what my volume is, whether I'm active, whether I'm on the back foot, front foot. I always gas in the last like half a minute of a round. Always. 5-minute rounds just kill me off, man. So the day I can make it through a 5-minute round in sparring and be calm and be like not even breathing heavy, like I'll know that my cardio is there. I swim a lot, but I feel like I don't keep the intensity with the swimming. But running is just fucking horrible. So I don't want it, but that's the best way to get your cardio. You know what I mean? Ramsey Dewey is great. No, isn't that the Weasel? No. I'm talking the Weasel does Who Really Won, and he'll do like light strikes, medium strikes, heavy strikes. There's another guy that does like his videos are titled like Let's Look at the Data of said fight, and it'll be like one side's red, one's blue, and he like splits up all of the stats of their career. Like it is sick. If you see him on your home screen, check him out because the videos are cool. The amount of new MMA fans I get, not fans, the amount of new MMA channels that I see on my homepage on a day-to-day basis is crazy, bro. If I were to be in a match with an amateur level boxer who is just transitioning to MMA, just like I am from BJJ, I'm pretty sure I could pull off a sub win. Yeah, 100%, 100%. I mean, you would definitely have the advantage. You know, you know, like you might not know techniques, you might not know how to set traps, but if you watch enough striking, you know, like what boxing is probably going to feel like. Like you could, if you've been hit, you probably know what getting punched in the fucking head and the body's going to feel like. But people that have never rolled, and they try and just muscle their way through every position, and they realize like how fucking crazy it is. I think you would definitely have the advantage there. Like just little things like in jiu-jitsu, like beginner rollers, like white belts, brand new white belts, they never frame, they never post, they never shove a forearm into a neck to bridge and get a, you know what I'm saying? They don't, like, it's almost like they think like the goal of jiu-jitsu is to not hurt each other almost, but it's, you know what I'm saying? I mean, I'm not like you should be trying to hurt each other, but that's what I'd notice. A lot of boxers would kind of just, they wouldn't even know where to start. Where if you was getting teed off on, I think you'd know, you know. Having fat is good for grappling because you can use grip issues for the opponent more slippery. Yeah, everybody that I roll with, I want to get into gi jiu-jitsu, man. I really do. Makes me sad that no gi is like the cool thing now. But yeah, I need a rash guard is what I need. BJJ with no pajamas is better. Come on, yeah, but it's not pajamas, but it's like, it's probably better. It's better to learn that than gi. But at the same time, is it? Because if you get into any sort of altercation, you know how to manipulate somebody's clothes to use leverage. I mean, how many street fights are you going to get in where the guy's in shorts with a gum shield in and fucking, you know what I mean? Well, it's an MMA fight, but if the guy's in I suppose a rash guard, yeah, we can debate it, but yeah, Nogi's cool. Nogi's cool. I just when I was first getting into like when I first wanted to train, what I wanted to train more than anything was jiu-jitsu. Um, and that was because of seeing all the gis and stuff like that. I really rate all that and the belts. And there's a Gracie Barra jiu-jitsu school close by. They do gi classes at my fucking gym, but they're like I can't ever make them because they're like earlier in the day. You know what I mean? If I had my own MMA promotion, I'd use gis. It looks dope and adds a new twist to things. That's a good idea. It's like sambo, right? Sambo is essentially just MMA with some differences and in gis. No gis preferred because it's better for MMA. Yeah, of course. And obviously, the gym that I train at is an MMA gym ultimately, so I do understand it. Um, but I miss the gis. You know, like I did karate when I was a kid, just for a little bit, and I used to love that. I only got to red belt, which I'm not even sure what that is. I'm pretty sure it's like the second fucking belt you get. It's nothing crazy, but I had a red belt, and I used to just hold that belt in I used to love that fucking belt. You know what I mean? I'm kind of the same with the gis. Like if I had a gi in my house, I would just like to own one, and I just don't have a need for one. And they're expensive. Sambo guys were like, let's do judo, but without our pants, basically, yeah, and with fucking added strikes. German jiu-jitsu is the closest thing I've seen to MMA in a gi. German jiu-jitsu. I'm not familiar. I'm not familiar with your game. German jiu-jitsu. That sounds fucking brutal, bro. Yeah, same Dizzy. I've never heard of that either. I want to make some jokes, but you two won't like them. Yeah, it's you got to clean shit up over here, bro. Is what it is. I'm gonna jump off in 10 minutes, boys. At 3:30, I'll jump off. I've still got a couple of fucking things to do. Lots of choking technique, I assume. Why the Germans like choking people? That sounded sus as fuck. The Germans like choking people. I think that's the first time I've ever said those words together in my fucking life. The shaker leaks, piece of shit. They love BDSM, eh? Yo, what? What the fuck are you talking about, Diz? According to who? Fuck, man. Are you just saying because the Nazis wore leather? It's literally a massive stereotype. Is it? I thought that was like the Dutch or some shit. Yeah, maybe it's me being a fucking idiot. What the fuck is... What is Devin talking about, bro? I'm out here, lads. Sleep well. Yeah, no worries, bro. I'm jumping off in 10 minutes anyway. Good night, Isaiah. I'll be live on Saturday. If I don't see you before, if I see you Saturday, I'll see you Saturday. But if not, see you whenever I see you, bro. Thank you for bestowing us with your wooden dummy knowledge. BDSM started in Germany, dude. Okay, Dizzy, bro. Are you a fucking BDSM hipster? I'm sorry. BDSM started in Germany, dude. How the fuck are you? How do you know that, you little fruity, sexy little bastard? What are you up to in your spare time? What kind of police outfits do you fucking own? BDSM started in Germany. Like, I was into BDSM before it was popular. Dizzy, I know. You know that picture you sent in the server the other day of your wardrobe? I know you had to move out the fucking gimp costume before you sent that. Dizzy is confirmed pagan. Yeah, Dizzy's a pagan, bro. That's fucking hilarious. BDSM started in Germany. How I wonder who? How does BDSM start? Like, how does that start? You know what I mean? It's why I love Dizzy's collar. Yeah, it's a dog. There's a dog in me. The dog's about to be unleashed. It is kind of sick that he got. I know, like, all jokes aside, right? I don't actually think Izzy shags his dog, obviously, right? He clearly loved his dog a lot. And I relate to that. I love my dog very much. And I love that he got his dog tattooed on his neck. Like, I think that's such a sick idea. Nobody ever gets their dog tattooed on them. You know what I mean? So I do rate that. But obviously, I hope he isn't or wasn't. Obviously, the dog's died now. I hope he wasn't smashing. You know what I mean? Fuck. This lighting's still making my whole skin look yellow, bro, but it's ambient. Damn. 2 hours, 40 minutes. Crazy. That pink is popping though. What, the pink in the color? Yeah, but look at my hands. They look like yellow. And my teeth look like orange, bro. You know what I'm saying? It's like, it's making me, the colors are all fucking mad. Like, the contrast is like, you know what I mean? But I kind of have to have it pink because orange teeth on a Brit, that's normal. Kill yourself. My teeth are okay, bro. Look at that. You know what I mean? I can change it to different colors. Um, you know what? Green and shit actually looks kind of fire. Yeah, it's probably pink's probably the best, right? Yellow is pretty cool. I need a sign. I need this light here. I need a light that I can change the color of so I can switch it up a little bit. But the pink is probably best. Get some charcoal toothpaste at the dollar store. My teeth aren't actually orange, bro. It's just this lighting. Like, look at my skin as well. My skin looks. It's because I have like the warm light setting on the ring light. But if I have the other lighting, it hurts my eyes. So I have to have this, and it makes my skin look yellow, and it makes my teeth look yellow. It makes even this hoodie kind of looks like it doesn't look like it does in real life on camera. I've just got like a Fallout New Vegas tint to me with this lighting. But if I change it to like a brighter light, I feel like the room loses its ambience a little bit. The backdrop doesn't look as uh, you know easy on the eye. I just saw 4 a.m. I'm gonna go to sleep too. Yeah, trust me, bro. And hey, Dizzy, real talk. Thank you very much for being here, bro. I appreciate it. You and Dev, but especially you. I appreciate it. Dizzy's my homie with Bisco, so pulling up to support the stream. I appreciate it, Diz. But yeah, after I do ice baths, my feet and hands look yellow. I'm not man enough for ice baths, bro. Unfortunately, I'm not at that point yet. I struggle to even have a cold shower before I jump in the sauna. I need to get myself a DIY ice bath. You know what I mean? I need to just get one of them big silver buckets and do it that way. What time is it? Yeah, 25. Yeah, I'm gonna get off. I think, boys. Who's still even in there? Let me check who's in there. Whoever's in there, you're a real one. Who we got? Isaiah, I'm sure went Bev. It says it's still in there. Then me with Bisco and Dizzy. Right, boys. I'm gonna get off. Good night. Have a fucking to my American folk that still have a few hours left before they fucking hit the hay. I've been here the entire time. I don't know what's going on, bro, with the participants thing. Because sometimes, yeah, it will say like there's 7. John is in here as well. Sometimes it will say there's like 3 people in the stream, right? And then I say something like that, like, "Oh, it's just like me with Bisker and someone else." I'm like, "Right, night." And then I see everyone else be like, "Oh, good night, bro." And I'm like, so I think YouTube lies to me of how many people are actually in the stream. Because it says right now there's 3 people in the stream. And between you guys, and I suppose there probably is 3 people in the stream, it's you fucking 3. But yeah, I'm talking shit anyway. Thank you for being here, boys. Appreciate it. Yeah, catch you on fight night. If not, I'll probably be streaming tomorrow as well. I'll probably stream like every day going forward. You know what I mean? So if I don't see you then, see you on fight night. I would definitely get a video out tomorrow. So sorry about that. So probably a tier list of some sort. You know what I mean? What you want me to do? But yeah, I'll get a video out tomorrow, 100%. Cheers, boys. Appreciate it. See what I mean? Rolled 1 joint, streamed for 2 hours, 40 minutes, and I barely even smoked half of it. I talk so much shit on these streams, but yeah, appreciate you, boys. Love you all, man. Have a fucking good day tomorrow. Try to wake up in a good mood. Wake up and drink a big glass of water to get your fucking organs working. You know what I'm saying? Look after yourself. Good night. Appreciate you being there, man. Safe. And I miss the end stream button like I do every fucking time.